That's you, looking at your garage door. Seriously? We get as far as the door and you're already disappointed? Squeaks like crazy, jams up half the time, grumpy old motor and chain and tracks. But hey, look on the bright side, it's also ugly. You know we make them better now, right? Like everything else in your house? You got a new car and a big new TV, a new smartwatch that talks to your new smartphone. But your garage door, oh, you just let that cranky old thing keep beating itself to death every single morning. At Mo Better Garage, we make that way mo better. Modern DC motors that are way quieter than that squeaky old AC motor that can barely do its one job. Quiet belt drives instead of that clanky old chain. Your garage can be something you're actually proud of. Like, hey, check out my new garage. How do I know? Because I'm Mo. Call Mo Better Garage and we'll come over and make it right. I promise, I won't answer the phone myself.
Mo Better Garage, we make it way more better.
MoBetterGarage.com.
Well, hello there. I am the Guitar Hotel. I have over 3,000 of the newest slot machines and nearly 200 table games with real cards and real dealers. Come experience my incredible lineup of restaurants, bars, and of course, Hard Rock Live. Or spend a day soaking up the sun in my 18 acres of poolside paradise. I can't wait to meet you. Visit hardrockholly.com to find out more.
If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
This is 92.5 WFSX Estero, Fox News. Right All Along. On the radio, on your smart speaker, and online at rightallalong.net.
If not satisfied. Now, there's concern that might be an invasion of Ukraine. Fox's Simon Owen is live in Kiev.
And Dave, speaking to people here, there is definitely some anxiety, but many say Russian threats are nothing new.
Honestly, I get used to it.
Lisa Zholondevska, who's 20, acknowledges she's worried about the Russian troop buildup, but she says Ukraine has seen years of instability and uncertainty since Russia seized Crimea in 2014.
It's permanently everyday news and thoughts in our heads, but still we have to keep with it and just try to avoid bad thoughts.
Ukraine's leaders are urging people here to stay calm. Dave?
Simon, the U.S. has sent 3 shipments of weapons and military aid to Ukraine. A 4th is expected soon. There's a further crackdown coming on sexual harassment in the U.S. military.
Just weeks after Congress approved a sweeping overhaul to how sexual misconduct is reported and prosecuted in the military, President Biden will be signing today a new executive order to make sexual harassment among the nation's armed forces a criminal offense.
Fox's Sean Langely mentioned Congress. It's now up to 29 House Democrats not planning to run for re-election, but Speaker Nancy Pelosi says she is, wanting to keep the seat she's been in since 1987.
This election is crucial. Nothing less is at stake than our democracy.
Republicans are confident with falling Democrat poll numbers they can win back control of Congress. The Coast Guard's out searching for 39 people missing after a boat capsized on its way from the Bahamas to Florida in what may be human smuggling. It happened Saturday, but nobody knew until a boater found a survivor early yesterday clinging to that boat. He says they ran into severe weather. No one was wearing life jackets. America's listening to Fox News.
Grandpa Joe doesn't want voter ID, but Uncle Sam says we have to do a station ID. 92.5 WFSX Estero, Fox News. Right all along.
This update is presented by Johnston Spinal Care, the leader in spinal decompression. Find them online at 596back.com.
Wink News, traffic.
A wet start to the morning drive across most of southwest Florida, including right now especially northern Cape Coral out toward Pine Island and Matlacha, and heading through southern Charlotte County near Punta Gorda, the Cleveland area, and up and down US 17 in and out of Arcadia. So take it slow out there with the slick conditions. Good news is we're not seeing any problems. Up and down 75 and 41. Nice easy drive out there, and the road's still pretty quiet across most of southwest Florida. Downtown Fort Myers, that crash getting cleared at 2nd Avenue and Park Avenue right off 2nd Street, not too far from the Edison Bridge, but all of our bridges still looking pretty quiet. No delays on the midpoint and Cape Coral Bridge in and out of the Cape. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea, Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Keep the umbrella handy for today. We'll continue on with scattered areas of rain and even some thunderstorms as we head throughout this morning and into this afternoon. Temperatures reaching near 74 degrees for today, with winds eventually shifting back to the northeast later today at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Rain chances start to taper off as we head into your Wednesday night. Thursday could still feature a stray shower across the area with a low near 59 degrees. 77 for tomorrow's high, a mix of sun and clouds. As we head into your Friday, more isolated return specifically for Friday night with the next passage of our cold front. That is going to lead to a much cooler weekend ahead Saturday and Sunday with sunshine returning. Highs will only be topping off in the lower 60s. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
Joe Biden's plan for America? Recycled leftovers. Time for some right thinking. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Let's hear from Dr. Johnston at 596-BACK.
People who suffer with back or neck problems, whether that's pain, numbness, or weakness, deal with something that can be frustrating. Pain wears us down. It can affect our relationships with family and friends. It's not fun to be around someone who's always complaining about their backs. Don't resign yourself to having to live with pain. In my office, Johnston Spinal Care, I successfully treat the worst of the worst, those who get injections, nerve-burning procedures, or even surgery. And now they're back, golfing and living life. If there's a treatment that is extremely effective for sciatica, stenosis, scoliosis, or neuropathy, wouldn't you want to see if it can help you? Non-surgical spinal decompression is now in Southwest Florida. Safe and painless, more than just a temporary fix. Long-lasting relief that can finally heal the condition, regardless of age. Take the time right now to call my Medicare-friendly office for a no-charge telephone consultation about spinal decompression. Johnston Spinal Care, 596-BACK, 596-BACK. That's 596-2225.
With each breath, allergens, germs, and viruses get trapped in your nose. Now, there's a simple, easy, and effective way to clean your nose and protect your health. It's called Navage. Navage. Available at Navage.com.
The new year means new opportunity to save money on your insurance.
Hi, this is Brian Chapman at Chapman Insurance Group. Now is the perfect time to take a look at your plans for the year ahead. If you're considering a move, getting a new car, have new drivers hitting the road, or just want to reevaluate your coverage and costs, give us an opportunity to quote your home, auto, business, or flood policy. At Chapman Insurance Group, we can save you money for the same or better coverage.
Visit CIGFlorida.com or call an office near you today. Naples, Fort Myers, Cape Coral, Port Charlotte, and Punta Gorda.
Let's roll, America. Get $5,000 over the KBB.com value for your trade-in during Naples Nissan's Let's Roll America sales event. Hey, Southwest Florida, Aaron Walker here. Come roll with us at Naples Nissan and get $5,000 over the KBB.com value for your trade-in, whether it runs or not. Push, pull, or drag it in if you have to. Choose from over 200 new Nissan models in stock, ready to drive home, and all backed by Naples Nissan's exclusive unlimited mile lifetime warranty. Get $5,000 over the KBB.com value for your trade-in and get rolling in a brand new 2022 Nissan today. Don't miss the Let's Roll America sales event only at Naples Nissan on Pine Ridge Road. That's exit 107 off I-75 or naplesnissan.com. Offers on select models with approved credit and cannot be combined. Visit naplesnissan.com for full details.
I'm Stuart Duncan from Duncan's Diamonds, and I want to be sure you're given the best prices on fine jewelry and diamonds. Other jewelers don't like me. Why? Because we offer better prices and a superior experience. If you go to Tiffany's, you're going to get a great product, but pay 2 to 3 times what it's really worth. If you go to a chain store, you're going to get something that's really cheap and bad quality. Don't settle for high prices, low quality, and a bad experience. Buy real jewelry from me, Stuart Duncan, a real jeweler. The love of your life will really be proud to know that their diamond came from Duncan's Diamonds. Your true love deserves the best. And at Duncan's Diamonds, we will not be undersold by anyone, anytime, anywhere, and I will make sure that you can count on it. Duncan's Diamonds. It's worth the drive for the best prices on diamonds and fine jewelry. Come to one of our 3 beautiful locations.
In Fort Myers on US 41 and the Gulf Coast Town Center and Naples at Mercado.
Thank you for waking us all up out here, for all you do. And
thank you for giving us the voice.
For being out there helping to keep the constitutional republic.
I want to thank you for
your support for veterans in the military.
Educating us.
Standing up for conservatism.
Giving us the truth.
Daybreak with Drew Steele.
Well, good morning, Southwest Florida. So glad you're joining us today. 239-479-5592 is the talk and text line. We stream live. DrewSteele.com, the website, Steele has 3 E's. You can subscribe to the podcast. You can subscribe to our channel on Rumble. Please do that so we can keep going. So you can keep watching as long as you enjoy watching. We appreciate that so much. All right, coming up this morning, we'll have Lee County Commissioner Brian Hammond on at 7:35. We'll catch up on some local county issues. So that is on the way. A reminder just for those that are living in the city of Naples, it is early voting right now. So you've got 5 candidates running for 3 different Naples City Council seats. And today it is starting the early voting. And that will be the February 1st election. So you've got a couple of days there lined up for this. So good to know. Also, a couple of other things that are going on, including just wondering when all of the, listen, I'll say madness, when all the COVID madness is going to subside. And I don't mean necessarily the case numbers, as we're starting to see case numbers decline, as naturally that is what's going to happen with this spike in Omicron, and you see the numbers start to go down. I'm talking about some of what we touched on a little bit yesterday, but that we know is still going on. I mean, would it be outrageous if I told you that there are kids in schools that are being separated by the masked and the unmasked? That there are kids who are masked up who get to have more time off in lunchtime. The masked children in certain schools are getting more time to eat unmasked than the ones that are unmasked. So denying the opportunity to spend more time hanging out and enjoying a meal. Would it surprise you and shock you if I told you that there are individuals in this country right now who are on heart transplant lists, who are being taken off of that life-saving transplant list at near the top of the list because they're unvaccinated? That can't be. There's no way. Yeah, there is. So we're going to get to some of those stories and maybe what you think about that. So that's coming up. Also, would you believe this? Just in time for the desperation of what is going to be a shellacking, if you will, as it's being described, of the Democrats. Hopefully, this will happen. The shellacking of the Democrat Party in the 22 midterms, where you've got multiple. I think we're in the 20s now. I think we're near 23 or 24 Democrats across the country who are saying, I'm not running. Somebody has to come along and save the day. Who can come along and save the day for the Democrats? Who is that? There's a hint. So I'll explain coming up in just a bit. All right. So this morning, there's a lot of Jen Psaki audio we've got to play, and relative to the conversation that she has been having with regard to what the White House thinks and the president thinks about his comments, the SOB comments, and her thoughts on that, Ukraine, the issues there, and whether or not the president's going to address the country about the situation along the Ukraine-Russian border. Interesting to hear her comments on that. And then something else that came up yesterday. Now, look, there is a time when people play politics. Then there's a time when absolutely, positively, politics should not play a role at all. You would imagine that when it comes to people's health, that would be the case. The battle over monoclonal antibodies. I didn't know that secretly, behind the scenes, Jen Psaki, when she leaves the podium there in the White House press corps and she's doing these press briefings, she secretly goes into the closet and she gets out her white jacket, because she's a doctor. She knows. I mean, right? I guess that's what it is. It's the bureaucrats in Washington. It's Joe Biden. It's Jen Psaki who have the white coats who know full well about what should and shouldn't be happening with regard to monoclonal antibodies and the evidence about their effectiveness, the efficacy that we have seen and witnessed in this state. Why would you deny the state of Florida the opportunity to have monoclonal antibodies? We are finding out yesterday during the day that you've got all of these monoclonal antibody sites that are going to be shutting down now. People who are looking for life-saving medication that will not be able to get them now in the state because the feds are deciding and this administration is deciding that, listen, we believe that the science there says that it's not necessary. This revocation of the emergency use authorization of monoclonals, does the FDA have the evidence to show that what they're talking about is true? That when it comes to Omicron, that it's not helpful. Because Jen Psaki was asked about that. Like, why are you doing this?
And then secondly, the FDA yesterday withdrew the EUA for some monoclonal antibody treatments because they don't work against Omicron. But Florida continues to push for the treatment for people in the state. What's your response to Governor DeSantis, and what's your message to the people of Florida?
Well, let's just take a step back here just to realize how crazy this is.
Okay, to realize how crazy this is. Now, right away, there's Jen Psaki and speaking for the White House and the administration that, you knew you were going to go there. It's crazy, right? This governor is crazy. The state of Florida is crazy. You're crazy. You're crazy for living here. Why are you even here? Do you understand how nuts your governor is? I mean, the state of Florida has a governor that's just like Hitler, right, Nikki Fried, right? I mean, you can make that comparison. She did. I didn't, and you didn't. But so it's already a crazy state. So how crazy is this, Jen Psaki?
But we've approached COVID treatments like filling a medicine cabinet. We're not relying on one type, one brand, or treatment.
Really? You're not? Treatment for COVID, this administration has looked at all multiple uses, every single way that they could possibly have a therapy for
We
you.
invested in and continue to buy a variety across monoclonal antibodies.
Okay, so let me stop before we get to the monoclonal antibodies issue and buying those. Really? Has the administration, or for that matter, many people in this country, really opened themselves up to therapies? Every single one? I just, there's ivermectin, there's hydroxychloroquine, there are many others that people might question. Yeah, you haven't really opened up to those at all. I know you're not allowed to talk about the horsey paste. I get it. All right, go back to the monoclonal antibodies.
Pre-exposure prevention therapies and oral antivirals.
Okay, not everyone, but go ahead.
We have provided 71,000 doses of antivirals to Florida, including 34,000 additional treatments that do work against Omicron. Just this last week, of a range of those treatments, I should say, to be clear. What the FDA is making clear is that these treatments, the ones that they are fighting over, that the governor is fighting over, do not work against Omicron, and they have side effects. That is what the scientists are saying.
Really? The scientists? What scientists? So hold on a second. I just want to get this straight. So what Jen Psaki is saying is, listen, we've given you other stuff besides monoclonal antibodies, like what? Like remdesivir? I mean, do we know all we need to know about remdesivir? I mean, as far as the efficacy and the safety, because last I checked, I'm pretty sure that the monoclonal antibodies work better than remdesivir, and even some of these pills by Merck that we're supposed to take, or people are supposed to use as therapies. The last time I checked the science and the data on this, that's the conclusion we were coming to. And not only that, but this idea that she says, what does she say? She said,
the ones that they are fighting over, that the governor is fighting over, do not work against Omicron, and they have side effects. That is what...
Yeah, the science says the side effects. Many people, including Christina Pushaw from the governor's office, the comms director Kyle Lamb in the governor's office, have asked very legitimate questions. What evidence? Do you have it? What is it? What is the peer-reviewed scientific data and evidence that shows that the monoclonal antibodies do not work against Omicron? Because last I checked, and people that I talked to, and you may even know somebody like this, I had 3 different people text me just the other day on this, how it was just a couple of weeks ago, monoclonal antibodies helped them to get over whatever they had. Was it Omicron? Was it Delta? The fact of the matter is they got monoclonals and they got better right away. And so the question is, where's the evidence? It's just show us. Oh, wait a minute. We do have it. Okay, so thanks to the governor of the state, we do have the evidence, what Jen Psaki is talking about. Good. All right, So I'm sure that the governor we'll talk about. Yes, he did. Okay, yesterday he brought this up. Very, very important that we have this data. All right, let's see what he says.
Early this morning, thousands of Floridians woke up to news that their appointments to get treatment for COVID-19 infection were canceled by the Biden administration, which outright revoked authorization for two very popular monoclonal antibody treatments that the state of Florida really pioneered over the summer and that we've worked hard to make available to our residents who needed treatment. Mind you, the people that seek this treatment are overwhelmingly people that have been vaccinated, but yet they're still infected, and many of them are high risk.
Huh, did you know that? All right, just follow along.
Now, they are relying on revoking this and pulling the rug out from under people on a single, non-peer-reviewed, non-clinical study that was actually done by a consultant for a rival company to the other two monoclonal antibody treatments. This is not based on a clinical trial. This is not even peer-reviewed.
Huh. Oh, I see how that works. So Jen Psaki and the White House decided that they were going to pull monoclonal antibodies from us here in the state of Florida based on what the governor describes as
non-peer-reviewed, non-clinical study that was actually done by a consultant for a rival company to the other two monoclonal antibody treatments.
No, that's perfectly logical. I mean, all that sounds about right. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. That doesn't sound right at all. It sounds once again like the federal government can't leave us the heck alone. They won't. And for what? Why are they doing this? Again, it was brought up by the governor's office. The FDA doesn't have the same standard for things like remdesivir. So why are they doing this? The governor goes on.
And so this is something that they claim shouldn't be used because we have Omicron. And what we would say in Florida is we have had people use it and we've had good results. It's not 100%. We understand that. But you also don't even know when someone goes in whether it's Omicron or still the Delta. Yes, mostly in Florida, it's going to be Omicron at this point. But it's really a reckless decision to be able to take this option away from patients when we've had the site set up, we've had this distributed to different medical groups or hospitals. And if somebody wants to try, it was very effective against the Delta. If you look at once that program went in, you saw a huge decline in hospitalizations. And we were proud to be able to fill really a void which shouldn't have existed if you had people, the higher ups, were actually promoting early treatment, which they weren't.
Again, the bottom line, and right there, what the governor said is so important. Early treatments. How many times have we talked about the denial of therapies? How many people went to hospital and said, hey, take an aspirin, go home, and if it gets worse, then come back? How we didn't this whole time focus on therapies. And how now, with this denial, with the White House making what appears to be a political decision on this, as opposed to allowing the state to do this, knowing full well that there's been success with monoclonals, that's at some point, I mean, somebody's got to be held accountable. After all is said and done, I hope it's true what many Republicans have said, that if the 22 elections go the way many people believe that it will, and we're going to talk about some of the numbers coming up, that people are going to be held accountable. They have to be. Things are going to have to be opened up. We're going to have politicians who are going to be bold and brave enough to say, all right, we need to explore everything that went down. We need to know and see everything that's been discussed up to this point about all of this that has to do with the vid, and get down to the truth. Again, as ugly as it may be. Boy, it seems like we've said that a lot lately. We're going to get down to the Trump-Russia collusion hoax, and we need to get down to the ugly, and we need to know, is it true that the FBI and the CIA weaponized against an American citizen because they wanted somebody else to be elected, and more. Yep. 239-479-5592, the talk and text line. Streaming live, drewsteele.com, the website, Steele as 3 E's. When we come back in a little bit, hey, there is some more news on the Durham investigation. I guess there's some late-breaking news overnight that we're going to get to and see if there's any there. And also, we're going to talk more about some of the issues going on here in Southwest Florida. Lee County Commissioner Brian Hammond at 7:35. It's Daybreak 92.5, Fox News, right all along.
92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
This Fox Business Report is presented by the Darda Real Estate Group at dardagroup.com.
I'm Maria Bartiromo, and this is the Fox Business Report.
No break at the pump, but Gas Buddy tells Fox News gasoline prices should remain somewhat stable over the next few weeks, but they'll head higher as spring gets closer. The national average, $3.32 a gallon. A court grants Apple a restraining order against Julia Lee Choi, who the company says stalked CEO Tim Cook. Google overhauls its cookie replacement plan after criticism from privacy advocates. The new proposal aims to provide less granular information to advertisers. And more turbulence on Wall Street ahead of what the Federal Reserve might reveal today about interest rates. The Dow clawing its way back from an 800-point intraday loss to close down 66 points. The Nasdaq lost 315. I'm Carmen Roberts. That's your Fox Business Report, invested in you.
Biden's massive spending plan has expanded America's money supply and taken money out of your pocket. But you can fight back against runaway inflation by sheltering your IRA or 401k with gold through Birch Gold Group. This is Stephen K. Bannon, and I'm proud to be a customer of Birch Gold. Join me. Birch Gold has created a free info kit on protecting your retirement with gold in a tax-sheltered account. Just text the words SHELTER to 989898. Text SHELTER to 989898 and learn how to shelter your IRA or 401k with gold.
Are you ready to list your home for sale? What if you could receive a guaranteed offer on your home with no showings, no open houses, and no stress? Contact the Darda Group at dardagroup.com to learn about their guaranteed offer. The Darda Group has 30 years of experience and consistently ranks in the top 3% of real estate agents in Lee County. Find out if your home qualifies for a guaranteed offer and how you may receive an offer in as little as 24 hours and close escrow in as little as 21 days. No home prep, no showings, no open houses. You control when your home is sold and when you move. Learn more about this elite real estate team and the guaranteed offer at dardagroup.com. Don't wait. Schedule an appointment at dardagroup.com. That's dardagroup.com. A Compass Realty broker.
For Cornerstone.
How often have you heard from your wealth advisor over the last 6 months? Markets have moved up and down, and laws around retirement plans and inheritance have changed quickly. We've heard from too many people at other national financial firms that they've been contacted rarely or not at all. At the Naples Trust Company, our clients enjoy a one-on-one relationship with their investment and fiduciary team members, each of whom are locally based and meet regularly with clients for in-person or virtual visits. This personal touch is a trademark of the Trust Company. We make it a point to know you, your family members, and the goals that are most important to you. Are you ready for a better experience? Call us for an appointment at 239-774-4000 or visit NaplesTrustCompany.com to discover the difference.
A division of the Sanibel Captiva Trust Company. Investments involve risk and are not guaranteed.
Lace up those running shoes, Southwest Florida. The Busey Bank Family Run for Prevention is January 29th at JC Park in Cape Coral. Visit runsignup.com and search Busey Bank to enter. Long sleeve shirt included with $25 registration fee. Runsignup.com and search Busey Bank. Proceeds support Drug House Odyssey and local SAD clubs. The Busey Bank Family Run for Prevention, January 29th at JC Park in Cape Coral. Sponsored by AluFab USA, Lee Health, U.S. Sugar, and Park Royal Behavioral Health.
Taxes are complicated, an industry that can have monthly law changes. This year, so many refundable credits, like kids, up to $3,600 per child, or earned income credits, nearly $7,000. Daycare, you're looking at another $8,000. Don't forget to reconcile your advanced child care credits or your stimulus money. That's where EG Tax comes in, your low-cost, high-value, knowledgeable tax team. We're located in Airport Pulling Road in Naples. Call 239-262-2009 or click egtax.com.
Goodbye, Beth. I'll see you later. I called National Exterminators. For just $46, they get all rodents and bugs. 23946, no bug. Ow!
Call the boys at National Exterminators at 23946, no bug, or visit them online at pestcontrolmadeeasy.com for all your pest control needs. Bugs, termites, rodents, and even attic insulation. Better service, better prices, and no contracts.
Goodbye, Beth. I'll see you later. I called National Exterminators. For just $46, they get all rodents and bugs. 23946, no bug.
Ow! Call the boys at National Exterminators at 23946, no bug, or visit them online at pestcontrolmadeeasy.com for all your pest control needs. Bugs, termites, rodents, and even attic insulation. Better service, better prices, and no contracts.
Hi, I'm Ty Laster, managing partner and CEO of Key City Capital. So why are we here in Southwest Florida? Well, at KCAP, our mission is to connect capital to wealth for all of our partners through passive real estate investments. And very simply, we generate and distribute double-digit returns for our investors by investing in single-family homes and apartments and unique alternative cash-flowing asset-backed investments.
Call us today at 239-330-2080 or check us out online today at kcap925.com.
Go on a real vacation in an RV from the 36th Annual Fort Myers RV Show. This weekend, Lee Civic Center. It's the largest RV dealer show in South Florida. Gas and diesel motorhomes, van campers, travel trailers, fifth wheels, park models. Financing available. Over 50 vendors with hard-to-find camping supplies, RV services, and RV resort information. Free travel and maintenance seminars. Go on a real vacation and discover new adventures this weekend at the 36th Annual Fort Myers RV Show, Lee Civic Center. Don't miss out.
Wink News, traffic.
Heading out right now through Collier County, dealing with a crash on Pine Ridge Road, approaching Goodlet Frank Road, not too far from Pine Ridge Middle School. So watch out for some slight delays westbound mostly on Pine Ridge, with injuries reported in that crash. Also dealing with a crash on Immokalee Road between Camp Kias Road and Everglades Boulevard. So if you commute between Immokalee and Naples, just keep in mind you're going to see some activity out there. Thankfully, no injuries. It doesn't look like any roadblock, but that is a pretty narrow stretch of Immokalee Road. So just be extra cautious. Into Lee County, crash at the roundabout via Coconut Point and Williams Road, and in Lehigh, crash hit and run over on Lee Boulevard at Alvin Avenue. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Keep the umbrella handy for today. We'll continue on with scattered areas of rain and even some thunderstorms as we head throughout this morning and into this afternoon. Temperatures reaching near 74 degrees for today, with winds eventually shifting back to the northeast later today at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Rain chances start to taper off as we head into your Wednesday night. Thursday could still feature a stray shower across the area with a low near 59 degrees. 77 for tomorrow's high, a mix of sun and clouds. As we head into your Friday, more isolated return specifically for Friday night with the next passage of our cold front. That is going to lead to a much cooler weekend ahead Saturday and Sunday with sunshine returning. Highs will only be topping off in the lower 60s. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
Keeping it right here. We're 92.5 Fox News. And we've been right all along.
It's Fred Kobe with your Kobe Cooling Tip of the Day. You know, when I was a kid, you could drive a go-kart down Cypress Lake Drive and never pass a car. Now, I can't even see the sidewalk from the traffic. Southwest Florida has really grown, and the choice for air conditioning contractors has grown with it. When you're looking for a contractor, find a local family-owned business with the owner as the license holder. Use only companies with NATE certified mechanics, the only true certification in this business. Use families that invest locally and not conglomerates owned by some foreign international company. In other words, use Kobe Cooling. Call us at 239-482-1542. When you think of air conditioning companies, we hope you'll think of Kobe Cooling. No nonsense and no pressure. We're the company your neighbors use. License CACO 57313. Kobe, the most trusted name in this business since 1949, locally owned and operated.
The new year means new opportunity to save money on your insurance.
Hi, this is Brian Chapman at Chapman Insurance Group. Now is the perfect time to take a look at your plans for the year ahead. If you're considering a move, getting a new car, Have new drivers hitting the road or just want to reevaluate your coverage and costs? Give us an opportunity to quote your home, auto, business, or flood policy. At Chapman Insurance Group, we can save you money for the same or better coverage.
Visit CIGFlorida.com or call an office near you today. Naples, Fort Myers, Cape Coral, Port Charlotte, and Punta Gorda.
Hi, I'm Dr. Pugh with Melanie Pugh Gentle Family and Cosmetic Dentistry. Since we opened our practice in 2006, there's 5 things we hear the most from our dental patients. One is that they appreciate that we never give them a sales pitch. I don't like being sold things I don't need, and our patients don't either. For us, it's all about honesty and doing the right thing. We believe in only doing the high-quality dentistry you truly need. Learn more about us at drmelaniepugh.com. That's Melanie Pugh, Pugh.com.
It's a new year and a great time to upgrade your cabinets. You want Sinclair quality. You want Sinclair craftsmanship. You want Sinclair cabinets. Sinclair Custom Homes now offers their handmade, built in the USA custom cabinets without having to purchase a Sinclair custom home. You can now have the same high-quality furniture finished cabinets in your existing home. Upgrade your kitchen, your bath, your closets, even your garage. For details, visit SinclairCabinets.com. That's SinclairCabinets.com.
Let's roll, America. Get $5,000 over the KBB.com value for your trade-in during Naples Nissan's Let's Roll America sales event. Hey, Southwest Florida, Aaron Walker here. Come roll with us at Naples Nissan and get $5,000 over the KBB.com value for your trade-in, whether it runs or not. Push, pull, or drag it in if you have to. Choose from over 200 new Nissan models in stock, ready to drive home, and all backed by Naples Nissan's exclusive unlimited mile lifetime warranty. Get $5,000 over the KBB.com value for your trade-in and get rolling in a brand new 2022 Nissan today. Don't miss the Let's Roll America sales event only at Naples Nissan on Pine Ridge Road. That's exit 107 off I-75 or naplesnissan.com. Offers on select models with approved credit and cannot be combined. Visit naplesnissan.com for full details.
Dr. Shane Walker here at Thrive Chiropractic and host of the Wellness Hour on 92.5 Fox News for nearly 20 years. And let's face it, many of us are really stressed right now, and that is creating an increase in the number of folks who are dealing with neck pain, headaches, tension across the upper mid-back, anxiety and nervousness. And if you haven't experienced the release of tension that a chiropractic adjustment can produce within your nervous system, go to thrivenaples.com. That's Thrive, Thrive, Naples.com for a special offer. That's thrivenaples.com.
Stay right here, because after Drew, it's Glenn Beck, 9 to noon. 92.5 Fox News. Right, all along.
All right, 239-479-5592, the talk and text line, streaming live, drewsteele.com. That's the website, Steele has 3 E's. Thank you for watching and subscribing to the podcast. I just I saw this pop up on my feed, and you know, this is awesome. I got to play this audio right now. I don't even think I want to wait. We'll get into some other topics coming up. Brian Hammond, Lee County Commissioner, 735. We'll get into some more about what Jen Psaki said. You're not going to believe what she said about the President of the United States yesterday. You know, he was too busy to talk about a lot of different things, including the issues of Ukraine and Russia and what's going on. And man, he had a packed schedule. Till you find out that he didn't have anything on the schedule at all. But she's flat out telling everybody, what a busy schedule. He's got all these things planned. He's getting ice cream. He's like in D.C. He's at an ice cream shop and he's at some kind of clothing store or something. It was bizarre. Again, it's just, I'll play the audio coming up. Jordan Peterson was on Joe Rogan's show. He's a best-selling author. He's a clinical psychologist. And he is somebody who is, you know, you talk about great intellects of our time. He certainly is. And he said something that, just like I said, popped up on my feed that I've got to play right now. And Jake, it's so true. And if you listen to this, right, you think about comedians and how, for example, how many people, you know, the cancel culture mob in every way, shape, and form. You've got the minority of voices that are telling the majority what they have to do. And you have so many comedians that don't. Who wants to do comedy anymore? Who really wants to go to that edge? Who wants to be a comedian? and you know all the comedians that are out there right now, and how many times have we talked about it, Jake, right? How many times, like, your favorite comedians and some of the people that you used to like, and you think to yourself, not only will they not do shows now, like, do they question whether or not it's even worth it, but how they've changed. Like, even their comedy is just different because they're so afraid of what they might say to offend somebody. Like, it's comedy. Right? I'm trying to think of who's the first person that comes to mind. I'm just trying to think of what's his name? Who's the one person that I'm thinking of? Comedy.
Dave Chappelle?
Yeah, there you go. Right. Is a perfect example of that. You know, where he may say, look, I don't care what you think, but still, how often have you heard from Dave Chappelle lately and others? And so Jordan Peterson was making the point that comedy is the antidote to woke totalitarianism. That it is comedy, and if we can just learn to laugh together, that is what's going to stop the woke from moving forward, from being able to multiply and duplicate and to continue in society. And he brings up this point. I'm going to play this clip. And when you think of comedy, the way he describes it here is so true. If you really want to change society, it's about learning how to laugh. It is about comedy. And listen to how he describes this. It's brilliant.
What jokes need to be told? Well, our culture has some sacred cows. Those are idols. The idols that the Israelites worshipped in the desert. The golden calf, sacred cows. They need to be punctured. Why? Well, because they're impeding our progress. Well, how do we puncture them? Well, one way is we show that we can transcend them. And the comedians are doing that all the time. Here's something we can't laugh about. Let's laugh about it. Everybody breaks down. Everybody cracks up. You know, it's so cool when people laugh, they can't fight. I used to go work out with Jim Keller, this chip designer, and we did this for years. And one of our jokes was, you know, we'd be striving to bench press whatever we were managing at the time, 175 pounds, like it's really straining. And then we'd crack a joke. And that was always funny. We spotted them, of course, because as soon as you laugh, all your muscular tension disappears.
Right.
And so that's so cool, is when you laugh, you can't fight. You can't fight when you're laughing. So how much laughing should we be doing? It's like, it depends on how much fighting we want to do. And maybe if we didn't want to do any fighting, we'd be laughing all the time. And that's how you said that cements your group of comrades together. Well, you're not fighting. What are you doing instead? Playing.
Yeah.
Well, that's what we need to do, man, is we need to play. All of us.
That is so true and awesome, right? I mean, the way he described it, it's so true. When you're laughing, you lose that strength, that the muscles that you just relax. You can't be angry. You can't be violent. It just changes your whole demeanor, your whole being. And he's just spot on. And I just thought that was just an amazing piece of audio. And there's even more. It's just, again, you know, there are, how do I say this the right way? I really do believe that in this country especially, there is more of us than there are of them. And clearly there are, like I describe it, the minority of voices who are telling the majority what to do. The reason why I say that is because we are the majority. And we do have a say in this. And as the woke culture is taking over in so many different ways, how we even see it, like I described just before the end of the show yesterday in the NFL, and how, listen, you've got slogans on the field, you've got the helmets that you see, and you have and what is it, and hate and racism, or all of these different things that, you know, the NFL, after everything that was going on with the kneeling issue and how they decided to acquiesce to the, you know, the social justice woke mob who was not going to have it, and they made this deal, and then you come to find out that you're watching a playoff game, a weekend, probably one of the greatest weekends ever, I am told, in the history of the sport, in NFL, when you talk about games being so close and the like, and then you hear a commercial that comes on, and you hear what is it?
Let me tell you about where I'm from.
Where I'm from, the digital divide makes equality nearly impossible.
When I get a job, I'll make $10,000 less than white people with the same skills.
Where I'm from?
Wait, what? I make $10,000 less than white people? Without, again, that ad comes on talking about equity, equality, and $10,000 less than white people, and right out of the gate, like, no context, nothing, just a blanket statement that's made, and this is happening during the game. And if you're sitting there and you're, wait, what? How can I learn more? I mean, is there a statistic? Can you show us where this exists? Does it exist? That might be I might have a problem with that. I absolutely have a problem with that. If you're telling me that employers are doing that specifically because of the color of your skin, I got a problem with that. But can you show me a little more? Or do you just put that out there because, well, they told you, the social justice woke individuals, I'll be kind, that if you don't, then there will be, or this is what we want to put out there, and if you don't put that out there, then there's going to be big issues with your sport, or whatever the threat is, or however they came to these terms and this agreement. And no, that you can't do that, and you can't accept that. And again, I don't know how many people have gone back to the NFL and are just like, I'm back, everything's all is forgiven. Because the kneeling isn't happening. But there's big things on the field and the helmets and the like and commercials like this, but you're still there. And again, I go back to the Jordan Peterson thing. And not only is it comedy, but it's sports and everything else. Like there are more of us who have a problem with things like that and don't accept that if that's the facts, but give us the science than there are of them, or the data, if you will. Certainly that wouldn't be acceptable, but you can't make a blatant statement like that. And then you've got kids that are watching the game, and then they're sitting and they're asking their parents, and then you have to have this conversation, or they're with their friends, and then this is something that's out there. So it's just a fact because it's been said so strongly in such strong terms. But there are ways to push back. And we just have to... we just certainly have to be kinder to each other. Not Joe Biden kind. I mean, we're not going to talk about that kind of a...
True international effort to pressure.
No, that's not the clip. I'm not talking about SOB kind. I'm talking about, kinder to each other. And when it comes to jokes and comedy, and like Jordan Peterson said, it's, I don't know, you want to call it lighten up? You want to call it just... getting back to where we were at a point when we could all laugh, and that laughter disengages people in ways that you can't describe physically, as he's described it as well. All right. 239-479-5592. All right, so this was funny as well. Let me play this. Just funny in a different way. So yesterday, Jen Psaki was asked about Joe Biden, and he just doesn't have enough time to do so many. He's so busy. And being asked about his very busy schedule.
Well, let's see. This morning, I think he had some policy meetings, also a PDB meeting. He later this afternoon, I think, is doing some remarks review. There are some days that we spend some time doing internal meetings and discussions with policy experts, with policy leaders, and that's what's happening today.
Okay, let's just stop. His schedule yesterday. He had travel where he was going to an ice cream shop and some kind of clothing store. He had a lid at 3:00 in the afternoon, like he was done. He didn't have anything going on. So she flat out lied to everybody and said, oh, busy schedule. I mean, if you listen carefully, you can hear how the words were precise. Because she said that he had this one thing that he had to do. But typically on typical days, he's got all kinds of things going. No, we're not asking about any other day. We're asking about today. He stops for ice cream. He went to a boutique store on Capitol Hill called Honey Maid. So what is she talking about? His schedule was empty. It's mind-boggling how she can do that with a straight face. It kind of feels like that's often the MO for the left in this country, is they do things with a straight face, like lie. And other things as well. I know, if you're a big lefty, you're like, how dare you say that? I don't know. It's why is she doing that? When everybody, there was a pool of reporters out with him watching him get ice cream and going to this looks like a woman's dress shop. Okay. So there's that. All right, when we come back in just a couple of minutes, what is the president thinking about when it comes to Russia and Ukraine? I mean, these are important issues that we need to discuss. I mean, he's on top of things, right? And, well, you know, he's busy getting ice cream and shopping. So we'll get to some of that coming up. And also, somebody decided that they were going to order from the website for COVID tests. And things worked out pretty well. As a matter of fact, they got their test in 6 days, but there was a big problem with the test. Think you can guess what it is? We'll talk about that coming up. It's Daybreak 92.5, Fox News right all along. Let's find out what's going on with traffic this morning. Up to the minute, it's Therese O'Shea. She's got it.
Your morning drive off to a slick start across parts of Lee County into Charlotte County this morning. Take it slow out there on 75 and 41 especially, and along Lee Boulevard just north of the intersection at Alvin Avenue, dealing with a crash causing some slowdowns southbound especially right now. Keeping an eye on a crash also in Estero at the roundabout via Coconut Point and Williams Road with some westbound delays near the roundabout. In Collier County, crash with injuries on Pine Ridge Road, slowing down westbound traffic coming off of Taylor Road, approaching Goodlet Frank Road right near Pine Ridge Middle School, and heading through Immokalee Road from North Naples toward the center of Immokalee, a crash to the east of the intersection of Everglades Boulevard, causing some slight delays. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Scattered rain and even some thunderstorms continue as we head throughout your Wednesday, especially for the first half of the day. Temperatures will be in the middle 70s for this afternoon. As we head into tonight, things will start to wind down. Thursday featuring a chance for a stray shower with a low near 59, waking up 77 for our high, and we see our next front move through for Friday night. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
For professional roofing, the name you need to know is D.R. Martineau.
Dan Martineau. Considering a roofing project, repair, or basic roof maintenance, beat the supply chain issues and inflation costs. Google DRM Roofing. 239-332-1441.
License number CCC 1326954.
For professional roofing, the name you need to know is D.R. Martineau.
Sales desk, Marty speaking.
Marty, it's all about you in 2022.
About me?
Well, not you per se, but car shoppers who want a great deal from Victory Lane Chevrolet.
They can get a deal here.
Okay, can they get 1.9% for 72 months on new and used?
No, they can't.
So you can't deal like Victory Lane?
I guess not.
Can you deal an additional $1,000 off new Chevys with a trade-in?
No.
Sounds like you can't deal with anything, Marty.
You know what I can't deal with? Your voice.
Marty can't deal. Start the new year in a new ride from Victory Lane Chevrolet. Get 1.9 APR for 72 months on all new and used vehicles in stock. Plus an additional $1,000 off any new Chevy in stock when you trade in your vehicle. Plus our goal of 100% credit approval. Victory Lane Chevrolet on the corner of Fowler and Winkler. Find new roads. Online, victorylanechevrolet.com. All offers on in-stock vehicles with approved credit. Offers cannot combine. See dealer for details at 13122.
Are you suffering from chronic joint pain like Heather?
I have terrible arthritis and have had it for quite a while, and I've gone to all kinds of doctors trying to figure out what to do, and everybody just said surgery, and surgery was months of rehab, and I didn't want to do that.
But then Heather discovered QC Kinetics, local medical professionals who specialize in natural biologic treatments, non-invasive solutions designed to repair and restore damaged tissue in your joints. And she absolutely loves the results.
I like to tell anybody who's suffering that there are options that are not steroids, that are not surgery. You owe it to yourself to find out about QC Kinetics and find out what they can do for you.
No surgery, no drugs, no downtime. Discover QC Kinetics and learn more about natural biologic treatments with lasting results.
Call QC Kinetics, 239-893-PAIN. That's 239-893-PAIN. Don't wait. Call today. QC Kinetics, 239-893-PAIN.
Hi, I'm Soren Christensen with Advanced Wealth Advisors. Are you worried about higher taxes now and in the future? Are you looking for opportunities to reduce your taxes and increase your income? I'm a certified financial planner professional with training in investment, retirement, and tax planning. I'll work with you to ensure your financial plan is maximizing all tax reduction opportunities. Visit awadvisors.com to request a consultation and to see the Advanced Wealth Advisors difference. That's awadvisors.com.
Go on a real vacation in an RV from the 36th Annual Fort Myers RV Show. This weekend, Lee Civic Center. It's the largest RV dealer show in South Florida. Gas and diesel motorhomes, van campers, travel trailers, fifth wheels, park models. Financing available. Over 50 vendors with hard-to-find camping supplies, RV services, and RV resort information. Free travel and maintenance seminars. Go on a real vacation and discover new adventures this weekend at the 36th Annual Fort Myers RV Show, Lee Civic Center. Don't miss out.
The right place for local talk. Drew now. Trey for the Drive at 5. 92.5 Fox News. Right. All along. This is Daybreak with Drew Steele on 92.5 Fox News.
I'm live downtown and another chilly morning today. As you can see, we have more iguanas falling around us. We're expecting falling iguanas through this afternoon, but before you know it, winter will be over here in the Sunshine State, and we'll be back to normal with high humidity, love bug season, mosquitoes, hurricanes, and of course, shark season. From downtown, back to you.
Dang iguanas!
It's not that bad, but I forgot about that just the other day. Did you see any of that? I know, like, at Cape Coral. Look, I've said this before. My parents' house there in Cape Coral on the dock, iguanas. Next door, across the way, iguanas. People talking about how do you get rid of the iguanas? I guess you just wait for, a couple of days ago when it was, 30-something degrees when we came in, and then you go out there and they're just laying around. I mean, no, I don't, if you don't have, iguanas live under the ground and above it, right? They live in the tree, they're up in the trees, but they're also down in the ground. Don't they tunnel as well?
No, I don't think that's a thing.
Are you sure? I don't remember. I know
Those
we had
turtles that do that.
Yes, the turtles absolutely tunnel. Okay,
It makes you think, though.
What?
You know how there's like ancient pictures of like dolphins,
ancient
dragons.
Yes, I remember the ancient pictures of dolphins. No, ancient pictures of what? Dragons?
So maybe they're in like this frozen state, and until global warming reaches its peak, they can't come back.
So you're saying that? Okay, let me just get this straight. You think that in ancient times, dragons existed, but like the iguanas that we have now, when it gets too cold, that they kind of hibernate, and that in the Earth's crust, there are dragons that are sitting there, and because the Earth is too cold, they can't come out of the crust. So if global warming were to happen, the Earth would warm to a temperature to which the dragons from the past and ancient times would come back to life, bust through the ground, and would re-engineer, reincarnate, if you will, come back.
Exactly.
And we'd have dragons again.
Spot on.
I want to apologize because that's a minute of your time you will never get back. And I'm so sorry about that. But
45 seconds.
But we move on. All right. Wow. 239-479-5590. I just wanted to talk about falling iguanas because we have them here, and everybody here can relate to the falling iguanas. And that's, in some places across the country, it's like a big news headline. Here, it's a kind of a minor headline, but we've seen it before. All right. You ready for the humidity and mosquitoes and love bugs? Aren't we just around the corner for love bugs? I'm sorry I had to bring that up. I've done it again.
92.5 Fox News. Right. All along.
You'd think an Army veteran with a military career including multiple combat deployments throughout the Middle East would be a great American. And you'd be right. But Joe Vanderbosch also happens to be a great dentist. An Army veteran of 8 years, Dr. Joe now makes his home in Southwest Florida, where his wife Sarah grew up.
Hi, I'm Dr. Joseph Vanderbosch, Freedom Dental on Metro Parkway in Fort Myers. In the Army, I received extra training in order to provide dental care in virtually any condition. That's why I can manage many dental treatments without the need to refer to a specialist. I served my country proudly for 8 years. Now I want to serve you and your dental needs. Special discounts for former and active military without dental insurance.
Dr. Vanderbosch provides emergency care and is now accepting new patients for cleaning, extractions, crowns, implants, and more. Find them online at freedomdentalfortmyers.com. That's freedomdentalfortmyers.com. Dr. Joseph Vanderbosch. Go to freedomdentalfortmyers.com.
With customer service being top priority, visit United Fidelity Bank at 14241 Metro Parkway and let them help you save and grow with market-leading CD rates. Shop, compare, invest with United Fidelity Bank's 18-month CD currently earning a 0.75% APY. The difference is United Fidelity. A penalty may be imposed for early withdrawal. Minimum deposit of $1,000 required to open CD. CD renews automatically to a standard 18-month term at the rate in effect at time of renewal, unless instructed otherwise.
Eating dinner in your underwear?
Honey, put some clothes on.
Taking cold showers every hour? Or pitching a tent in front of your refrigerator to stay cool. These are things you can do to beat the heat in your home. Or get a $49 preseason tune-up with no breakdown guarantee.
I love Cool Today.
Call it today, cool today. Visit cooltoday.com.
Even the left speaker sounds right when you're listening to 92.5 WFSX Estero. Fox News. Right all along.
Russia brushes off the latest U.S. threats. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. President Biden considering sanctions on leader Vladimir Putin in addition to his country if there's a Ukraine invasion.
There are going to be serious economic consequences if he moves.
Russia says that would not be painful, but would be politically destructive. Fox's Simon Owen live in Kiev.
And Dave, in the middle of these high tensions between Russia and the West, Ukrainians are waiting for news. Some people here say they're anxious and worried. Others are defiant, insisting Ukraine is ready to fight if needs be. One man told me, when you have a neighbor like Russia, you should be ready for unpleasant surprises. In the meantime, Kiev is bustling as usual. The roads are busy, people are at work, and in the evenings, bars and restaurants are crowded. Dave?
Simon, amid COVID's record surge from the Omicron variant, there's news of a subvariant, possibly harder to detect, but the World Health Organization says it's not a concern.
BA2 is now showing up in parts of Asia, Europe, and a few places in the U.S., like Texas and Washington State. And so far, there is no evidence that BA2 is more contagious or more severe than BA1.
Fox's Trace Gallagher. Sheriff's deputy shot early this morning at a traffic stop in Milwaukee by a passenger who had fled and was running away. The deputy is conscious and being treated. In New York,
hundreds of uniformed officers seen outside New York's NYU Langone Hospital Tuesday after word quickly spread that 27-year-old police officer Wilbert Mora, who was gravely injured while responding to a domestic incident in Harlem last Friday, did not survive.
Fox's Laura Engel, another officer, was also killed by that gunman who died, too. A first-in-the-nation requirement for gun owners in San Jose, California. The city council approved it last night.
We require every gun owner in the city to have insurance, just as every driver has to have insurance to use a car.
Mayor Sam Liccardo, gun owner right advocates are vowing to sue. America's listening to Fox News.
This Fox News update is presented by Freedom Dental of Fort Myers. Online at freedomdentalftmyers.com.
Wink News, traffic.
Dealing with a crash on State Road 82 in Lehigh Acres at the intersection of Daniels Parkway, Gunnery Road crossover. Westbound, we have a left lane blocked off, causing major westbound backups approaching the intersection on 82. Coming off of Sunshine Boulevard. And there's a crash also at Sunshine and State Road 82. Pretty minor, though. The one down at Gunnery does have injuries, so watch for some flashing lights with ambulance on scene trying to deal with that crash. Heading through Estero, still have a crash over at Williams Road at the roundabout of Via Coconut Point. And in Collier County, dealing with that crash on Pine Ridge Road, westbound, approaching Pine Ridge Middle School, not too far from Goodlet Frank Road. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Keep the umbrella handy for today. We'll continue on with scattered areas of rain and even some thunderstorms as we head throughout this morning and into this afternoon. Temperatures reaching near 74 degrees for today, with winds eventually shifting back to the northeast later today at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Rain chances start to taper off as we head into your Wednesday night. Thursday could still feature a stray shower across the area with a low near 59 degrees. 77 for tomorrow's high, a mix of sun and clouds. As we head into your Friday, more isolated return specifically for Friday night with the next passage of our cold front. That is going to lead to a much cooler weekend ahead Saturday and Sunday with sunshine returning. Highs will only be topping off in the lower 60s. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
No matter where you want to listen, you'll be all set when you stream 92.5 Fox News live at rightallalong.net.
Hi, I'm Ty Lassiter, CEO and managing partner of Key City Capital, and we have been actively investing in strong cash-flowing real estate right here in South Florida for over 10 years. And if you're like us, you're looking to achieve strong investment returns in your portfolio, but you definitely don't want to take aggressive risks. Well, Key City Capital was founded to achieve this goal, and we have done that since inception. For over 10 years, we have generated safe, secure, consistent double-digit returns for our investors without risking a penny of their principal. And we can do that for you too.
Call Key City Capital today to reserve a spot for our next dinner event. Call 239-330-2080. That's 239-330-2080. Check us out online at kcap925.com. That's kcap925.com.
Lusk, Drasites, and Tulisano believes winning cases is no accident. Your case is important. Pick a firm with resources to actually prosecute your case. If your case is accepted, you're guaranteed to not pay a single penny in fees or costs unless you get a favorable settlement or verdict. Lusk, Drasites, and Tulisano has over 35 years of experience handling personal injury cases in Florida. Visit ldtlaw.com for a free consultation today. Winning is no accident. Lusk, Drasites, and Tulisano. ldtlaw.com.
No more clutter. That's when you make things happen, so resolutions can become reality. Give your family a gift for the future. A beautiful new space, reimagined by our designers and you. Your home rejuvenation from Closet Factory comes with less stress and better rest included. Our business is designed around you. Whether in person or virtual, creating a perfect space for you is our goal. That's how we build it at Closet Factory.
Well, hello there. I am the Guitar Hotel. I have over 3,000 of the newest slot machines and nearly 200 table games with real cards and real dealers. Come experience my incredible lineup of restaurants, bars, and of course, Hard Rock Live. Or spend a day soaking up the sun in my 18 acres of poolside paradise. I can't wait to meet you. Visit hardrockholly.com to find out more.
If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Thank you for waking us all up out here, for all you do. And
thank you for giving us the voice.
For being out there helping to keep the constitutional republic.
I want to thank you for
your support for veterans in the military.
Educating us.
Standing up for conservatism.
Giving us the truth.
Daybreak with Drew Steele.
Hey, good morning, Southwest Florida. Glad you're here. 239-479-5592, the talk and text line, streaming live, drewsteele.com, the website, Steele as Free Ease. We appreciate you watching, subscribing to the podcast. A reminder for those living in the city of Naples, today your early voting starts, and for the February 1st election, you got 5 candidates running for 3 Naples City Council seats, so just a reminder for you there. Again, here we go. It's election season is off and running. You didn't think it would be this early, but it is, and we got a lot going on, and we're going to be very busy this election season. We are planning to not only make a trip to Tallahassee because there's a lot of things that we want to make sure get passed and move through in the legislature. A lot of good things going on with education. Certainly House Bill 1055 that we're going to talk about coming up this morning once again. Cameras in classrooms, microphones in classrooms. Tell me why not? Why is that such a problem? What are you worried about in this public space? Especially when you consider that if your argument has something to do with nobody is doing anything like that and it hasn't been done, well, may I suggest that you go to Broward where it has been done. There is precedent in a school that is using cameras in the classrooms. And so, look, it comes down to accountability. And there's a lot of that coming up this morning that we're going to talk about here in Southwest Florida and certainly in the state with education and how important that we make sure that we have school boards, and certainly, look, teachers that we need to hold them to account for those that, look, there are awesome teachers. Most of your teachers certainly are not of the woke kind or not of the social justice warrior kind or are not like this. But unfortunately, you can't have nice things. You just can't, because there are those that are willing to, and even districts that are willing to poison the well, if you will, with critical race theory and the like, to the degree which you're being told it's not being taught. But then when you hear the lessons and you see how the lessons are being taught and you see the examples of what's going on with these lessons, you come to find out that, hey, that looks a lot like what we're talking about when it comes to critical race theory and social justice and the like, and socio-emotional learning that we're hearing so much about. You know, diversity, equity, inclusion, all of these words that mean something, and there may not be curriculums built around these things in our schools, in our districts, but make no mistake about it, they're using it to teach your kids. And we just want to see what's going on. That's all it is. I mean, there's a lot of news out there, even in the state of Virginia, where you have the new governor who's talking about a hotline, a phone number that you can call when you see it. We'll get to all of this coming up this morning. It's something that, just like the border, just like the crisis on our southern border, just because it's not front and center in the headlines, just because the headlines are not front and center about people showing up en masse to school board meetings, the crisis has not gone away along the southern border. And we've got news on that coming up in just a bit as well. 7:35, Lee County Commissioner Brian Hammond's going to join us, so we want to remind you of that. Oh, and by the way, drewsteele.com, the website, Steele has 3 E's if you would like to go there to watch the program, subscribe to the podcast, and subscribe to our channel on Rumble. We thank you very much. All right, there is a Nancy Pelosi sighting from yesterday. And look, this is where you know Democrats are desperate. You've heard how many people are talking about the state of Florida and the state of Democrats in the state of Florida and how it appears as if it's quite a disaster. That is some turn from 2018, where you had Andrew Gillum possibly this close, everybody. My fingers are thinly spread apart if you're watching me at drewsteele.com. For those that don't realize it, how close we were to Andrew Gillum being the governor of the state of Florida. And now we are told that Democrats are in disarray in the state. You got Nikki Fried and Charlie Crist. I know, Nikki Fried and Charlie Crist. Those are the two that are going to champion the state of Florida. Oh, it's going to be like nothing you've ever seen. But the point is that don't take anything for granted. The elections here in 22 certainly are important in the state, and even locally, local, because that's how everything is going to change. You talk about how many things in our lives are affected by the decisions that are made by our city council and county commissioners, locally, our mayors. Don't forget that. That is so important to remember. But on a national level, look, Democrats are a hot mess. Everybody knows it. We're up to 29 Democrats. You just had another one yesterday. 29 Democrats who have said in the House of Representatives, I'm out. I'm done. You realize there's a five-member difference right now in the House of Representatives. You realize it is, again, here we go with the visual, this close. My fingers are thinly spread apart. If you look on the website, drewsteele.com. That's how close we are right now. So when you talk about 29 Democrats who are not going to run for re-election and what that could mean and how bad it is, you got to bring out the big guns or sometimes the old guns. It depends on how you want to look at it. So Nancy Pelosi made an announcement yesterday and finally put to rest the rumors. So I just have to play some of this audio because it's priceless. Here you go, Nancy Pelosi.
Hello. It's Nancy.
Hi, Nancy. Good to see you. I can't even say that with a straight face. All right, here she goes.
Thank you for the opportunity to share some thoughts with you, our VIPs, our volunteers in politics.
Oh, I see what you did there. You volunteered. That's very clever, Jake. Very, very clever. Okay.
In our ongoing engagement for the people.
For the people, yeah.
Thank you for being a constant source of new, fresh ideas and political activism to help Democrats deliver and to defend democracy.
Fresh ideas? Did she say thanks for all your thanks for all your fresh ideas? Hey, Democrats, thanks for all your fresh ideas, in the state of California and in San Francisco in particular and across the country. You got so many fresh ideas. Okay.
Thank you for giving me the privilege to represent our city and our San Francisco values in the Congress.
What are the San Francisco values? And what are the values of Democrats in Congress anyway?
Human rights, reproductive justice, LGBTQ equality, respect for immigrants, and care for each other.
Okay. Do you notice what's missing in this? These are the values of the Democrat Party in San Francisco and certainly Nancy Pelosi. It's
human rights, reproductive justice, LGBTQ equality, respect for immigrants, and care for each other.
Hey, is the Constitution and the rule of law in there at all? I'm just asking. I mean, sometimes you like to... Okay, anyway, move on.
When people ask me what are the three most important issues facing the Congress, I always say the same thing.
Okay, let's see. The three... What do you think, Jake? What are the three things facing Congress, or what she says here as she describes it? What is it?
When people ask me what are the three most important issues facing the Congress, I always say the same thing.
Okay, the three most important issues facing Congress. Inflation, the jobs issue, people on the sidelines, the supply chain, Ukraine, Russia, the border, our southern border, the oil, gas prices, energy. I don't know, what is it?
Our children, our children, our children.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Their health, their education, the housing and economic security of their families, a clean, safe environment in which they can thrive, and a world at peace and where they are all welcome and in which they can reach their fulfillment.
Well, everybody, not everybody. I mean, there's a lot of distinctions, and when we're talking about kids and people and who is allowed in the club and who isn't. I mean, let's be honest. There's a little. Okay, you ready for the best part? I love this line. Listen to this.
That is my why I am in Congress, for the children. This is my story, and this is my song. As you hear me say, when you're in the arena, you have to be able to take a punch or throw a punch for the children.
Jake, you have to
take a punch or throw a punch for the children.
Got to throw punches for the kids. Just got to throw punches for the kids. I mean, she doesn't mean literally. She means figuratively. We've got to fight for the kids. Nancy Pelosi's fighting for the kids. Oh, boy. I mean, I know there's so much. There's so many places that I want to go, but we don't have enough time. Oh, boy. Okay. So let her finish up. What do we got here?
While we've made progress, much more needs to be done to improve people's lives. Our democracy is at risk because of assaults on the truth, the assault on the U.S. Capitol, and the state-by-state assault on voting rights.
Catch that? The assault on the Capitol, the assault on voting rights, and the assault on the truth. Okay, so...
This election is crucial. Nothing less is at stake than our democracy. But as we say, we don't agonize, we organize. And that is why I am running for re-election to Congress and respectfully seek your support.
There you go. So that's all you needed to know. Nancy Pelosi is seeking re-election. Do you really honestly think that Nancy Pelosi wants to run for re-election at 81 years old? And clearly, sometimes the mouth isn't working at the same speed as the brain. I'm just saying, it just feels that way. I'm not sure. Maybe everything is fine. I just may be me. I don't know. It's
a bowl of doggy doo.
The whole idea is this, that Nancy Pelosi doesn't run at 81 years old with a freezer full of ice cream that she's got to hit. That for no reason. She's doing it out of desperation, right? I mean, are we clear on that? Like, things are so bad for Democrats that she can't walk away. If things were going great, if things were like exactly the utopia that they are trying to create, some might say the Marxist, socialist, progressive utopia, they're working at it, and they're pretty darn close to getting it completely, that she would walk away if they were in a strong position. No matter how much she wants to make it look like she's fighting against the progressives all the time. I mean, if the progressives are winning, then the party's winning. She's happy. She's fine. Get to the ice cream. I mean, Joe's doing it, right?
Not a joke.
So that's how desperate it is. I think if the numbers are so bad and everything is so, she can't walk away. So Nancy Pelosi lives to fight another day, politically speaking. And there you go. It's not good. There's no doubt about it. When you have someone who, at 81 years of age and a freezer full of ice cream and a bank account full of cash, some might debate how they got the cash. That's just there's some books you might want to read on that. Get to that.
May or may not have something to do with the stock market.
Or may have to do with the stock market. May have to do with China. I'm just saying. I mean,
Or both.
Yeah. Well, yeah, both. You'd think he'd walk away and just start enjoying some of that, but no. There's some other things we have to do, and for certain individuals, it's like go hit the ice cream. But she's not going to. So there you go. She's going to be running for re-election once again, and just to let you know,
or throw a punch for the children.
So throw a punch for the children, everybody. Do it for the kids. Throw a punch for the kids. Whoa. All right, just a couple of minutes. We've got Brian Hammond, Lee County Commissioner, coming up at 7:35. A lot more to get to as well, including, I got to talk about that. Yeah, the governor in Virginia setting up a special tip line for parents to report schools that are teaching their kids divisive critical race theory. How about that? Little accountability, everybody. Kind of thing that we have been doing for a while here in the state of Florida, and Virginia waking up a bit. All right, we'll get to that on the way. It's Daybreak 92.5, Fox News right all along. We're going to do traffic? We got traffic? Yeah, we got traffic. All right, Teresa O'Shea, she's got it.
Heading out right now through Lehigh, crash causing major westbound backups and roadblock at the intersection of State Road 82 and Daniels Parkway. May want to take 23rd or Lee Boulevard to avoid those delays. Crash also in Collier County with injuries along Pine Ridge Road near the intersection of Goodlett Frank Road right by Pine Ridge Middle. Watch out for some westbound slowdowns there as well. It is a wet morning commute out across the area, so take it slow, especially in northern Lee and Charlotte counties right now. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Teresa O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Scattered rain and even some thunderstorms continue as we head throughout your Wednesday, especially for the first half of the day. Temperatures will be in the middle 70s for this afternoon. As we head into tonight, things will start to wind down. Thursday featuring a chance for a stray shower with a low near 59, waking up 77 for our high, and we see our next front move through for Friday night. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
Need some inspiration? Don't look left. Look right. Here, 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Pandemic, market drops, elections. Don't let the noise and fear distract you. Where do you go for clarity in uncertain times? I'm Alfie Townsend, Southwest Florida's financial planner. For experience, advice on planning for retirement, visit savingtheinvestor.com.
Lace up those running shoes, Southwest Florida. The Busey Bank Family Run for Prevention is January 29th at JC Park in Cape Coral. Visit runsignup.com and search Busey Bank to enter. Long sleeve shirt included with $25 registration fee. Runsignup.com and search Busey Bank. Proceeds support Drug House Odyssey and local SAD clubs. The Busey Bank Family Run for Prevention, January 29th at JC Park in Cape Coral. Sponsored by AluFab USA, Lee Health, Lee Sheriff's Office, and Hanley Foundation.
Plumbing nerds, we're just smarter now, you've heard. Give us a call, we'll fix you up. Anytime, day or night. If your plumbing's just not right, give us a call, we'll fix you up. Plumbing nerds, we're just smarter now, you heard. Give us a call, we'll fix you up. If your drains are neat and clean, and your toilet's acting weird, give us a call, we'll fix you up. Plumbing nerds, plumbing nerds.
Well, is the little pill working yet?
Men, these days could be a thing of the past. Hello, this is Dr. Lou Spangler at Neogenics. Recent advances in non-surgical treatment for erectile dysfunction, combining high-frequency shockwave therapy with the P-shot, which utilizes platelet-rich plasma, can help restore your virility. These treatments help restore blood flow to the penis and rejuvenate penile tissues, resulting in longer, stronger, firmer, more satisfying erections. Both treatments are simple, in-office procedures, and there is no pain and no downtime. You can resume all normal activities immediately after treatment, including sexual activity. Men, you don't have to suffer anymore. If you have erectile dysfunction or simply want to improve your sexual function, call Neogenics at 239-277-9999 for a free consultation. That's Neogenics at 277-9999. Again, 277-9999.
Hey guys, it's health and fitness expert Robbie Raw. Are you walking around in pain? Remember, it's not just about what shoes you wear, it's what's in them and how your body aligns from your feet on up. Learn more and find the location nearest you at goodfeet.com.
Go on a real vacation in an RV from the 36th Annual Fort Myers RV Show. This weekend, Lee Civic Center. It's the largest RV dealer show in South Florida. Gas and diesel motorhomes, van campers, travel trailers, fifth wheels, ARC models. Financing available. Over 50 vendors with hard-to-find camping supplies, RV services, and RV resort information. Free travel and maintenance seminars. Go on a real vacation and discover new adventures this weekend at the 36th Annual Fort Myers RV Show, Lee Civic Center. Don't miss out.
Have you heard them yet? Clay Travis and Buck Sexton, today at noon, right after Glenn Beck. 92.5 Fox News. Right, all along.
Hey, you ordered COVID tests from the website, right? Did you get them yet, Jake? Did you get your COVID test yet?
They won't even be shipped till the end of next month.
They're saying next month. Next month?
Yes.
So March or February?
February.
February. Okay.
The end of February.
All right. Well, Jen Psaki was asked about how many have been shipped. How are we doing here with the shipping and the like?
Is there any updates on the federal website for testing that you can give us on how many tests went out or how many were requested?
Sure. I certainly understand the question. There has been a great deal of interest. I don't have an exact number. I know that's something we will be putting out. Let me check on the status of that. I know I've got to wrap this up, so let me just quickly try to get to as many as I can.
I also wanted to ask about the testing. Do you know at this point how many of the tests that you've already ordered have come in yet? I don't mean going out to the American people, but are in your stockpile. And also when you'll be signing contracts for the other...
For the additional $500 million? Yes. Let me check on both of those questions for you.
How do you not have those numbers available? So you don't know how many have been shipped, how many have been requested, how many are in the stockpile, or how other contracts or when other contracts are going to be signed for more tests. You have none of that. I'll get back to you. I have no information. You have no information on it? Hey, by the way, somebody, Red State had this story. Nicarama had the story. So he ordered from the website on January 18th. He got them 6 days later. He was like, hey, look at this. I got my COVID test. He was pretty impressed. All right, so not so bad, gets his test. There's only one problem. He looked at the tests, and I mean, maybe it's not a problem. Maybe it's not that big a deal. Hey, is anybody worried that the tests that are being sent out are made in China? I'm just asking. There it is. They're made in China, everybody. We couldn't do it. There's no way that here in the United States we could have created tests at all. We've known about the tests. We've known about COVID. We've had the ability to do this. No, everything, it's made in China. I'm not saying that everything's made in China and your pharmaceuticals are coming from China. Medicines that are so important for people to live, and you know, it'd be awful if some of that got cut off in some way, shape, or form in the future, because you know we only have one place to go for it, and I'm just saying, and other things, but we couldn't even get that right. I mean, yeah.
92.5 Fox News. Right, all along.
Let's hear from Dr. Johnston at 596-BACK.
Have you ever had pain down your legs or into your hips and thought, why is this happening? There's a large nerve that comes out of your back that runs down into your leg called the sciatic nerve. This nerve can get compressed by a bulging herniated disc, arthritis, stenosis, or scoliosis. This causes sciatica, which eventually can lead to back, leg, or hip pain, weakness, or numbness. Avoid the band-aids like anti-inflammatories, spinal injections, or painful surgery. Sciatica, as well as bulging disc neuropathy and stenosis, can now effectively be treated with non-surgical spinal decompression at Johnston Spinal Care, 596-BACK. Spinal decompression decompresses the discs and nerves, allowing them to heal. FDA cleared, safe and comfortable. Make a decision to live life without pain. Call my office, Johnston Spinal Care, for a free telephone consultation. 596-BACK. 596-BACK. That's 596-2225.
No more clutter. That's when you make things happen, so resolutions can become reality. Give your family a gift for the future. A beautiful new space, reimagined by our designers and you. Your home rejuvenation from Closet Factory comes with less stress and better rest included. Our business is designed around you. Whether in person or virtual, creating a perfect space for you is our goal. That's how we build it at Closet Factory.
Searching everywhere for great prices on appliances? No, you're not, because you have better things to do. Besides, Good Deals has it for less, and they have plenty of items in stock despite shortages everywhere else. Remember, Good Deals guarantees the lowest price on everything they sell. Find a lower price anywhere, and Jay will beat it. Guaranteed. Visit one of the showrooms in Fort Myers, Naples, and Cape Coral, or shop online at GoodDealsAppliances.com.
Good Deals Appliances. Have we got a deal for you?
Sales desk, Marty speaking.
Marty, it's all about you in 2022.
About me?
Well, not you per se, but car shoppers who want a great deal from Victory Lane Chevrolet.
They can get a deal here.
Okay, can they get 1.9% for 72 months on new and used?
No, they can't.
So you can't deal like Victory Lane?
I guess not.
Can you deal an additional $1,000 off new Chevys with a trade-in?
No.
Sounds like you can't deal with anything, Marty.
You know what I can't deal with? Your voice.
Marty can't deal. Start the new year in a new ride from Victory Lane Chevrolet. Get 1.9 APR for 72 months on all new and used vehicles in stock. Plus an additional $1,000 off any new Chevy in stock when you trade in your vehicle. Plus our goal of 100% credit approval. Victory Lane Chevrolet on the corner of Fowler and Winkler. Find new roads. Online, VictoryLaneChevrolet.com. All offers on in-stock vehicles with approved credit. Offers cannot combine. See dealer for details and 13122.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. As talks play out between the Biden administration allies and the Russian government, people in Ukraine wait and wonder if there'll be a Russian invasion.
There is some anxiety here, but many people say Russian threats are nothing new.
Honestly, I get used to it.
Lisa Zholondevska, who's 20, acknowledges she's worried about the Russian troop buildup, but she says Ukraine has seen years of instability and uncertainty. Ukraine's leaders are urging people to stay calm. In Kiev, Ukraine, Simon Owen, Fox News.
Original Charlie Brown voice actor Peter Robbins died, 65 years old. He was 9 when A Charlie Brown Christmas was first on TV in 1965.
Everything I do turns into a disaster. I guess I really don't know what Christmas is all about. Isn't there anyone who knows what Christmas is all about?
Relatives say he took his own life. He struggled with bipolar disorder and addictions to drugs and alcohol and spent 5 years in prison. America's listening to Fox News.
This break is sponsored by Cornerstone Builders. Give us the opportunity to wow you.
Wink News, traffic.
Heading out right now through 41 at Littleton Road in North Fort Myers. We're dealing with a crash with law enforcement blocking a center lane on 41 northbound. So seeing delays. That car involved in the crash is actually right in the middle of the intersection, pretty banged up. So seeing delays out there on 41. Also on State Road 82, major westbound backups near the intersection of Daniels Parkway, Gunnery Road crossover, coming from Sunshine Boulevard all the way through that intersection because of a crash with injuries. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Keep the umbrella handy for today. We'll continue on with scattered areas of rain and even some thunderstorms as we head throughout this morning and into this afternoon. Temperatures reaching near 74 degrees for today, with winds eventually shifting back to the northeast later today at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Rain chances start to taper off as we head into your Wednesday night. Thursday could still feature a stray shower across the area with a low near 59 degrees. 77 for tomorrow's high, a mix of sun and clouds. As we head into your Friday, more isolated return specifically for Friday night with the next passage of our cold front. That is going to lead to a much cooler weekend ahead Saturday and Sunday with sunshine returning. Highs will only be topping off in the lower 60s. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
It's all right here at 92.5 Fox News. We've been right all along.
I'm Mark Anajar from the law offices of Anajar and Levine. Unfortunately, many drivers in Florida do not carry liability insurance or have limits of insurance that are insufficient to cover your injuries. Uninsured motorist is valuable coverage that you can purchase to protect you in those instances. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733 for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
Office in Fort Myers, Naples.
It's a new year, and for businesses, that means a new start. Whatever the year ahead holds, now Comcast Business is making it easy to get going with the Ready, Set, Save sale. Get started with fast and reliable internet and voice for $35 each a month when you buy both. And save with a 2-year price guarantee. Switching is easy with flexible installation times. And you'll also get backing from an expert team 24/7, so you can focus on planning the year ahead. Plus, for even more value, ask how to get free installation and 1 month free with a qualifying bundle. Get a great deal for your business with the Ready, Set, Save sale today. Comcast Business, powering possibilities. Limited time offer. Restrictions apply. New Comcast Business 35 megabits per second internet and one voice mobility customers only. Early termination fee applies. Requires EcoBill and AutoPay. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. 1 month free and free installation offer ends 2/2022. Call or go online for details.
Manufactured in the USA, Plantation Shutters for You is your best choice for plantation shutters. Custom measured and installed just for you. Built to last forever. Call today for a free consultation. Discounts for all military and first responders. Also, if you support Biden, don't blink and call us. PlantationShuttersForYou.com.
I'm Stuart Duncan from Duncan's Diamonds, and I want to be sure you're given the best prices on fine jewelry and diamonds. Other jewelers don't like me. Why? Because we offer better prices and a superior experience. If you go to Tiffany's, you're going to get a great product, but pay 2 to 3 times what it's really worth. If you go to a chain store, you're going to get something that's really cheap and bad quality. Don't settle for high prices, low quality, and a bad experience. Buy real jewelry from me, Stuart Duncan, a real jeweler. The love of your life will really be proud to know that their diamond came from Duncan's Diamonds. Your true love deserves the best. And at Duncan's Diamonds, we will not be undersold by anyone, anytime, anywhere, and I will make sure that you can count on it. Duncan's Diamonds. It's worth the drive for the best prices on diamonds and fine jewelry. Come to one of our 3 beautiful locations.
In Fort Myers on US 41 and the Gulf Coast Town Center and Naples at Mercado.
Have lunch with Clay and Buck at noon, right after Glenn Beck at 9. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
All right, 239-479-5592, the talk and text line, streaming live, drewsteele.com, the website. Steele S3Es, thank you for visiting. And don't forget, coming up in about, 10 or 15 more minutes, we've got Drew's College of Political Knowledge, 4 questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you earn a PhD. And today, Alda's Diner, otherwise known as Alda's Restaurant and Bar. Great for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. A $35 gift certificate for you to visit the restaurant and enjoy some great food. That's at 951 and Vanderbilt Beach Road in Naples. Lee County Commissioner Brian Hammond joining us right now on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. Good morning, sir. How are you?
Hey, Drew. Good morning. I'm doing great. How are you this morning?
I'm doing well because we know that it's important, once again, to remember.
Take a punch or throw a punch for the children.
That's right. We got to throw punches for the kids. That's what we got to do.
Yeah, no, I've got new motivation this morning. I've got a 6th grader and a kindergartner, so I'm going out this morning to take punch and throw punches for the kids.
That's how we need. We're going to take and throw punches for the. It's for the children, Nancy said. So that's funny stuff. Admit it. I'm sorry.
Listen, it's good stuff. Hey, she's 81 years old. She's been in politics forever. I think maybe the rest of us could take a lesson from her on campaigning. I don't know. I don't know.
No, I'm not. Yeah, well, maybe,
Definitely when it comes to governing, just do the opposite and you're pretty good.
Yeah, exactly. That's the point. Just remember, whatever Nancy does as conservatives, you do the opposite. That's all it is. And off you go. All right, let's talk about some of the local issues. By the way, I'll just tease this, and maybe you can just give me a little, hey, things are going great, and if you want to leave it at that, that's fine. But the Colonial construction looking pretty good. I saw some shifts in the traffic, obviously, heading eastbound there. The intersection, which, just for those maybe that are even visiting, that are looking and saying, what in the world is going on over here? When it's done, just a reminder that it's going to be pretty impressive. It's going to be really nice to have things flowing through that intersection.
Yeah, we're in a portion right now of temporary pain, but the intersection of I-75 and Colonial, basically from 6 Mile Cypress or Ortez all the way out to the Forum, this is going to receive a major overhaul. They're going to do a couple different things. One is called a divergent diamond, and the other one is called a continuous flow intersection. And these are going to hopefully relieve some of the traffic and congestion issues that we have around that very busy interchange. The construction has started. Usually it takes about 18 months to complete. Right now, the Florida Department of Transportation is saying that it's going to be completed around mid 2024. So it is going to be probably another year and a half of temporary pain as we work through this. But I think the end product is going to be fantastic and hopefully something that'll last us for a long time as our area continues to grow.
Yeah, it does. And, speaking of areas of congestion, maybe even that used to be congested and now have changed a lot. I think of Daniels, and I think of the way you used to go to the airport before you had everything that we have now off 75 and the construction there and the new airport. And how you used to go in that area, and you've got a lot of property that's out there that people have been driving by and now are talking more and more about what's going to happen with all of this. So what's going on with some of the vacant airport property that's out there?
By the way, I love something you just said. You called it the new airport. You can tell how long somebody's lived here by if they refer if they refer to RSW as the new airport, because believe it or not, Drew, that terminal building is 15 years old now.
It feels like it was yesterday. That's funny.
I know.
That's funny you say that. I know. It just feels like, because I guess you know what it is, Brian. It's like with you and others that we know and friends that we have. When you've been here long enough in Southwest Florida, I've been here now, here for 36 years. And all of the changes that you see, time goes, it goes so quickly. But when there are major changes and you remember what things used to be like, I mean, like we've talked about how, I remember people flying into Page Field. That's what you did. You came here to Southwest Florida. That's where you went. And so when those things happen, when you have changes, even though it's not as new as, anyway, okay. So what are we doing with the property?
So the county commissioners actually sit as your board of port commissioners as well on the Port Authority. A lot of folks, don't even know that we have a couple extra assignments, but yeah, one of the other boards commissioners serve on is the Port Authority board. And we're looking at, so the old airport terminal 15 years ago that you used to go to was off of Daniels,
right.
And it was directly across from JetBlue Park, basically. That land is now vacant. There's about 1,800 acres out there. A lot of it is spoken for aviation uses, about 1,000 of those acres, but there are 800 acres that are developable. And we have, you've probably seen it as you've driven by there, created a really nice entrance to what we're calling Skyplex. It's an office park. And the Board of County Commissioners is getting very serious and very aggressive about trying to get this office park built out and leased out, because these are jobs and businesses that can locate here that would be good, high-paying jobs for our children. The ones that we're taking punches and throwing punches for.
Yeah, that's very nice. Yes,
we want them to grow up and have great places to work. And so Alta Resources and Gartner and some of the other companies have already started looking at locating their local buildings in there. And we've had some great development in there. And so we're going through, we've hired a real estate broker with a national presence, but also a local footprint, who can go out and market this to all of the big national companies and try and attract them to come here and move to this property.
Yeah, and I think that the point that you make is that the job growth that we are going to need with the population growth that we have can't be ignored, right? I mean, there's so many people want to be here. They want to be in this area. Certainly when it comes to real estate and the like, there's talk about that as well. But the commercial side of it can't be ignored in the businesses and where they're going to go.
Yeah, I mean, this is a good time to start shifting and developing another leg to the stool that is our local economy. When you think about it, we're very hospitality driven, but we're also very construction driven in our economy. And construction is great. It's provided tons of good paying jobs and businesses for our families here. But at someday we're going to be built out. By the year 2040, they say we might have 1 million people living here. And at that point, we'll be out of land to develop and construction may slow down. And so what other industries will we have at that time to employ our folks who need jobs around here? And so these types of companies can, technology companies or, back offices for national firms could locate here. It's a great place with a great quality of life, and they could do that business now here with all the wonderful advances in technology and internet and all that kind of stuff.
And it appears that there's an opening because when you're talking about technology, you bring that up. The first reaction that I have when you're talking about the state of Florida is the East Coast. How everybody, this big tech boom that's going on in Miami, that's happening there, that's being discussed. And why can't, well, for lack of a better way of putting it, why can't we get a piece of that action? I mean, we're talking about the best coast, the West Coast, all that we have to offer here, certainly, and the advantages. So that is something to look at as well.
Yeah, I mean, we've got a more business-friendly environment over here. We've got even lower taxes over here from a property tax standpoint. And I think we've got a great quality of life over here. And so, yeah, that's what we're trying to do. We are trying to engage a firm that will help us market this area, who's got the national connections. And instead of, we felt like it was a better idea to contract with a company who specializes in this than to try and hire somebody to come work for the Port Authority and the county and do that, by creating new departments of government and things like that. So this was a deal that we competitively bid it out. We had 3 different firms apply to be able to do this job. Our citizen advisory committee, known as the Airport Special Management Committee, helped review the applications and heard presentations from each of the 3 brokers that wanted to do it. And ultimately, they settled on a company called Cushman Wakefield, which is, again, a company that has a local office, but also a national presence. And so we'll negotiate with them on the contract and how the compensation will work out. But this was a really attractive opportunity because we've done a lot of work to get this land permitted and ready for development. And now it's time to take it out to the world and say, who wants to locate here?
There you go. Lee County Commissioner Brian Hammond joining us on Daybreak, 92.5 Fox News. Also, what else has been going on? I know there's when it comes to construction and what has been happening, I mean, obviously we mentioned the intersection there at Colonial and I-75, and certainly, I've noticed all the construction going on Palm Beach Boulevard. You see areas with sidewalks and the like, and all around Southwest Florida, certainly in Lee County, you see a lot of that work being done, sidewalk work. And now, from what I understand, we're even talking about the Caloosahatchee Bridge. Is that right?
Yeah, one of the biggest things that we have to do is, our area, when it was built a long time ago, wasn't really built with bicycles or pedestrians in mind. Very car-centric area, and that seems to make sense because most of us do use our cars to get all over the place these days. However, if you've ever driven into downtown Fort Myers in the morning on the Edison Bridge, that's the 6-lane bridge that's in 2 different spans there. You'll see people walking over that bridge like crazy every morning. They're exercising, they're walking, they're doing all sorts of stuff. Well, the Caloosahatchee Bridge, the other one, the older one that goes into downtown Fort Myers on 41 there, that bridge does not have a sidewalk or a bike path. However, daily you can witness people basically taking their lives into their own hands trying to walk over this bridge.
Is that right? I mean, I don't cross there in the morning, so I don't know. Is that right? I didn't know that.
Oh, the other day I was driving over the bridge and I about had a heart attack. There was a man and a child walking on what appears to be like a 12-inch curb over the bridge. And man, I was like, man, one false move and they're either
Should
over
we be
the railing.
should we be discouraging that? I mean, I'm just saying, could we kind of put
It's
that
true.
to almost like a PSA? Could you not do that? It's really not a good idea.
We have signs up that say, don't walk over this bridge, don't bike over this bridge. Unfortunately, they do get ignored. And so this bridge, the older Caloosahatchee Bridge here is, it's 58 years old. However, the Florida Department of Transportation tells us they plan to use this bridge for at least another 20 years because the bridge is in good health structurally. However, it is obsolete functionally. It does not have this bicycle or walking path. And so what they're going to do, I've worked with the folks at the Florida Department of Transportation, and the Metropolitan Planning Organization just approved this. They're going to reallocate the space on the bridge. So they said the bridge is this many feet wide, and they said we need this much for travel lanes, and then they're looking to try to do either a 6 or an 8-foot path for walkers and bikers. But they're going to squeeze some of the travel lanes. Actually, all 4 travel lanes right now are 12 feet wide. They can actually get away with doing one 10-foot lane and one 11-foot lane. And so they'll get some space there. The barrier that's in the middle of the bridge is actually a couple, almost like 4 feet wide. They can squeeze that down to a more narrow barrier. And the professional engineers are going to design all this, but they can actually slide all the lanes over on the bridge and create about 6 to 8 feet worth of space that they can then put a barrier in between traffic and this walking path and allow people to walk over the bridge. Now, here's a great opportunity.
Yeah.
It goes directly from Centennial Park in downtown Fort Myers to the North Shore Park in North Fort Myers. So for the tourists who may be coming and staying at that Luminary Hotel or downtown for a conference at the former Harborside, now known as Calusa Sound, they'll have another opportunity to walk over that bridge, catch a sunset, and really enjoy what it is to visit our area.
I can't envision, like, how are they going to do that? It's just that to me is just it boggles my mind how they're able to squeeze all of that and make that happen and keep everything structurally sound. And it's like I can't put a nail in the wall without making like a beeline towards the end of the wall of little dots because I can't find the stud. I just wondering how in the world they do that, but it's pretty awesome. So that you make a great point that having that attachment from Centennial to the park on the other side. What's the name of the
No,
park?
it's called, some people from around here call it Yankee Beach, but it's officially called North Shore Park.
Okay, there you go, right.
It's got a really nice pier and everything
Right.
in North Fort Myers there. And I do think that it's a beautiful place. And if as North Fort Myers continues to grow and come out of the slump that it's been in, I think people will locate there and maybe walk across the bridge to work in downtown every day.
Yeah. All right, good stuff. Lee County Commissioner Brian Hammond joining us on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. And Brian, always remember it's very important.
Take a punch or throw a punch for the children.
Okay, so just keeping that in mind. Got to throw the punches for the kids.
All right, we will too, and I'm hoping we throw a few punches to win back the majority for Republicans this year.
Yeah,
for the kids.
Yeah, listen, if Nancy's running for re-election, which was part of that announcement, it's not because she leaves the Democrat Party in a great state that she can retire. It might be quite the opposite.
Well, and we need to come up with something. They've got this whole defend the democracy slogan or whatever that they have. We need to come up with something. We're actually the fighters for freedom on our side. We're really the ones who are fighting for less government and more individual freedom. And we really need to take that message to the people and put it out there, because I think especially coming out of this pandemic and the restrictions and the ability to see what true government overreach looked like. I mean, we've witnessed it now for the last couple of years. This message of that we're actually the fighters for freedom needs to be one that we put forward.
Yep. All right, so Lee County Commissioner Brian Hammond, appreciate you. All the best. Thanks for joining us. See you next week.
Hey, have a great morning.
Okay. 239-479-5592, the talk and text line, streaming live, drewsteele.com. The website, Steele has 3 E's. Time for you to call right now if you would like to win a gift certificate for 2 to Alda's Diner, otherwise known as Alda's Restaurant and Bar, 951 at Vanderbilt Beach Road in Naples. It's a great place for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You will win just by playing Drew's College next. 239-479-5592. Ninth caller up next plays. Stay break, 92.5 Fox News. Right all along with traffic, there's Therese O'Shea.
Dealing with major backups on State Road 82 westbound in Lehigh Acres, where we have a crash going on at the intersection of Daniels and 82 right off of Gunnery Road. Southbound on Gunnery also slow moving, but definitely want to avoid 82 heading westbound with 2 left lanes blocked there. You can instead take 23rd Street Southwest, which also is a little bit busy this morning, and Lee Boulevard as an alternate route, but you'll need to head out sooner than later, pass through there. Also dealing with delays along Imperial Parkway southbound through Bonita Springs. We have southbound roadblock because of a crash at that intersection off of East Terry Street. So watch out for some slowdowns. May want to avoid Imperial Parkway for the time being. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Scattered rain and even some thunderstorms continue as we head throughout your Wednesday, especially for the first half of the day. Temperatures will be in the middle 70s for this afternoon. As we head into tonight, things will start to wind down. Thursday featuring a chance for a stray shower with a low near 59, waking up 77 for our high, and we see our next front move through for Friday night. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
Liberals suck. That's why we have Clay and Buck. Clay Travis and Buck Sexton. Today, noon to 3 on 92.5 Fox News. Right, all along.
Do you really want to go through another year with that awful joint pain? Listen, don't do it. Resolve right now to get yourself moving again for 2022. Hey, it's Drew Steele. It's time to call QC Kinetics. Non-surgical regenerative treatments for joint pain. We're talking lasting results using natural biologics. No surgery, no pain meds, no steroids, and no downtime. This is really exciting stuff. Regenerative, restorative treatments that actually encourage your body to heal itself using highly concentrated natural biologics. Patients rave about it for hip pain relief, knee pain relief, shoulder and back pain relief. Look, don't let them keep giving you steroids. And don't let them tell you surgery is your only option. Get a free second opinion at QC Kinetics. Do it now and imagine life in 22 without pain. Call the local medical professionals at QC Kinetics now. 239-893-PAIN, 239-893-PAIN, 239-893-PAIN.
Hey, it's Tim Cooper with Health Plan Network. The open enrollment for the 2022 Affordable Care Act plans is over until next year. If you selected one of those high-deductible, limited network plans, you're not stuck with it. There is another option. My Freedom of Choice plan puts most of the coverage up front, where you only meet your deductible if you're in the hospital. You pick your doctors, and it's 30 to 60% lower cost than Obamacare. This plan is available all year round to those who qualify, and you don't have to be vaccinated. If you are paying for your own health insurance, you're on COBRA, or your employer coverage is just too expensive, call me, Tim Cooper, at 239-268-6712. That's 239-268-6712, or go to healthplannetwork.net. That's healthplannetwork.net, where we can custom design a plan managed by you, not the government.
Drew's College of Political Knowledge is presented by France Eye Care. Better vision, better life.
It's Drew's College.
All right, let's go to Marie. Marie is in Naples. Hey, Marie.
Good morning.
Good morning. It's Drew's College of Political Knowledge. 4 questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you earn a PhD. Your associate's degree question starts right now.
Oh, boy.
Marie, okay. What's the nickname of the great state of Florida? What do we call Florida? Florida is the...
Sunshine State.
That is correct. All right, you got an associate's. We'll see if we get a bachelor's degree on this question. Who wrote the Star-Spangled Banner? That would have been...
Francis Scott Key.
Francis Scott Key. That's correct. All right, so you got a bachelor's. Let's see if you get a master's on this question. George Washington was the first president of the United States. Who's number 2?
Jefferson.
Oh, it's John Adams is number 2. John Adams, number 2.
Sorry.
That's okay. Don't be sorry. Be the same great person you've always been. All right. Well, let's see if you can get a master's degree on this question. Let's see. Ronald Reagan won both the nomination and general election for president of the United States. In what year? What year did all of that happen, defeating Jimmy Carter?
Do I have a multiple choice?
Do you want one? I'll give you. All right. 1978, 1980, 1982.
Yeah, I was going to go with 82 originally.
So you're going to say 82?
82.
No, it was 1980. 1980.
Oh,
that's okay. Well, listen, you got a bachelor's degree today on Drew's College, so that was very nice. And you got a gift certificate to Alda's Diner. It's a fantastic place to eat. Breakfast, lunch, or dinner at the corner of 951 and Vanderbilt Beach Road. So congratulations to you, okay?
I should have known 1980. I met President Reagan. He was in New Britain, Connecticut when my daughter was a baby.
Wow.
And
what an amazing memory that is. That's so fantastic.
He touched my daughter's hand and said how cute she was.
Ah.
So I should have known that.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, listen, thanks for playing, Marie. I appreciate it. Stay there. Hold the line, okay? Because Jake's got to get all your information coming up.
92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Hi, this is Earl Ron, president of New South Window. New South is Florida's factory direct window company. We manufacture, install, and guarantee your windows for life. One company, one call. Our replacement windows are made to better enhance the energy efficiency of your home and stand up to Florida weather. New South Window, home of the ultimate Florida window for you. Made in Florida, for Florida homes, by Florida workers, because we know Florida weather.
Going on now. Buy 2 windows, get a third free. Call 1-800-NEW-WINDOWS.
After a car accident, you can feel like you've lost control. I'm Glenn Levine from the law offices of Anajar and Levine. Our team can help you understand your legal options after an accident. We will file your claim and fight for the full compensation you deserve. If you've been involved in a car accident, call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733 for a free consultation. And take back control of your life.
Offices Fort Myers and Naples.
Eating dinner in your underwear? Honey, put some clothes on. Taking cold showers every hour? Or pitching a tent in front of your refrigerator to stay cool. These are things you can do to beat the heat in your home. Or get a $49 preseason tune-up with no breakdown guarantee.
I love Cool Today.
Call today, Cool Today. Visit
CoolToday.com.
CoolToday.com.
News. That's Russia's response today to President Biden's threat to sanction leader Vladimir Putin if there's a Ukraine invasion.
And Moscow accuses America of, quote, flooding Ukraine with weapons, more of which arrived there yesterday. Part of a new $200 million security assistance program, the U.S. has provided more than $2.5 billion in military aid to Kiev since 2014, which is when Russia annexed Crimea.
Fox's Amy Kellogg in Moscow. This COVID surge keeps setting records. The World Health Organization reports the 21 million cases last week globally is a new pandemic high. We're being urged to not just get a COVID vaccine shot, but also a booster. But only about 40% of Americans have gotten one.
The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention reports while the average number of boosters given out in December was about 1 million per day, as of last week, that number was down to less than half that.
Fox's Jill Nato. There's a surge at sea after a boat possibly full of migrants capsized. Fox's Evan Brown following this live.
Now, Dave, so far, 1 man was found alive, but 39 others who were on a boat that capsized after leaving Bimini in the Bahamas are still missing in waters off the coast of Fort Pierce, Florida. The Coast Guard spent the night searching an area the size of the state of Rhode Island. The boat was traveling in turbulent weather, and not one person was wearing a life jacket, Dave.
Evan, a sheriff's deputy's conscious, being treated in Milwaukee after being shot multiple times early this morning at a traffic stop. In Atlanta, an arrest in the shooting death of a baby.
Anybody who think they will commit violence in our city, we coming at you with everything we got.
Atlanta Police Chief Rodney Bryant. The 6-month-old boy was hit by a stray bullet riding in a car with his mom on Monday, driving past a food market where 2 men were outside in a gunfight. America's listening to Fox News.
You heard us right 92.5 WFSX Estero. Fox News. Right all along.
This news update is presented by New South Window Solutions. Find them online at newsouthwindow.com.
Wink News, traffic.
Dealing with major backups still on State Road 82 for a good 2-mile stretch westbound approaching the intersection of Daniels Parkway, Gunnery Road over 82. We have a couple of lanes blocked heading in that westbound direction because of a crash with injuries. Also dealing with backups and southbound roadblock along Imperial Parkway in Bonita Springs because of a crash near East Terry Street. So avoid that area for the time being. May want to take Old 41 instead of Imperial or 75 to head south toward Bonita Beach Road. Looking good along 75 for the most part. No major slowdowns. It is a bit of a slick start to the morning drive across Charlotte and Lee County, so take it slow out there. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Keep the umbrella handy for today. We'll continue on with scattered areas of rain and even some thunderstorms as we head throughout this morning and into this afternoon. Temperatures reaching near 74 degrees for today, with winds eventually shifting back to the northeast later today at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Rain chances start to taper off as we head into your Wednesday night. Thursday could still feature a stray shower across the area with a low near 59 degrees. 77 for tomorrow's high, a mix of sun and clouds. As we head into your Friday, more isolated return specifically for Friday night with the next passage of our cold front. That is going to lead to a much cooler weekend ahead Saturday and Sunday with sunshine returning. Highs will only be topping off in the lower 60s. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
Does 92.5 Fox News have a live stream? You bet. Go to rightallalong.net.
Well, hello there. I am the Guitar Hotel. I have over 3,000 of the newest slot machines and nearly 200 table games with real cards and real dealers. Come experience my incredible lineup of restaurants, bars, and of course, Hard Rock Live. Or spend a day soaking up the sun in my 18 acres of poolside paradise. I can't wait to meet you. Visit hardrockholly.com to find out more.
If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
A new year, a new floor. Why not? Hey, it's Trey Radel for Britt's Carpet Outlet. It's the winter season, and you know who it brings. All kinds of family and friends from the north as they all come here to unthaw out of the cold. Well, now is the time to get that beautiful luxury vinyl floor installed to handle all the extra traffic. Whether it's feet or paws, this is the floor that can take it. It looks great, it wears great, and it's waterproof. So spills, pet accidents, whatever it is, no damage at all, and cleanup is as easy as a damp paper towel. Britt's offers luxury vinyl plank in literally hundreds of colors and styles to match any decor. So to match your style, just bring a scrap of fabric or a slipcover to Britt's Carpet Outlet in Fort Myers or Cape Coral. Britt's always features great low prices. They are great people to deal with. It's 2022, marking their 50th year in business. Stop by now. Britt's Carpet Outlet. Be sure to tell them that Trey Radel sent you.
Tell you about my water heater?
Not lately.
Supposed to take it for granted, right?
Well...
Until it stops working, which it did.
Been taking care of it, though, right?
What?
Professionally flushed out every year?
Nobody told me that.
I thought everyone knew
What
that.
else don't I know about water heaters?
Dave.
Have to scrape off the barnacles?
Dave.
Next you'll tell me I need to change the timing belt and upgrade the firmware just so I can enjoy my rainfall shower head with water that's maybe just a little warmer than actual rain!
Dave, so what's the best case scenario?
Best case? Okay, I make one call, someone comes out and fixes my water heater today. Maybe comes back to do that maintenance stuff.
That's best?
Well, yeah, but...
That's best. Best Home Services. They always have 4 plumbing trucks standing by waiting for last-minute calls.
They do all the...
Yes, they do.
GetBest.com. When something goes wrong, we're waiting.
So I can't take my water heater for granted?
Or your air conditioner.
What?
There's too many. Way too many. Way too many vehicles. Sutherland Nissan Fort Myers and Sutherland Cape Coral have a problem with too many used cars on the lot. In fact, it's more used and certified pre-owned vehicles than we've ever had. Ever. Our problem is your solution, as Sutherland Nissan is heavily lowering prices on our massive inventory. That means lower payments, too. Shop pre-owned Hondas, Nissans, Toyotas, Chevys, Fords, trucks, SUVs, vans, brands, even hard-to-find models. We've got them all and then some. As Florida's #1 certified pre-owned dealer, it's never been easier to buy the car you wanted, your budget. All excess inventory, sales, discounts, and offers end January 31st. Hurry to Sutherland Nissan Fort Myers and Sutherland Nissan Cape Coral, your used car megastore. Online at flnissan.com. If you don't shop Sutherland, you'll pay too much.
Sutherland Nissan Fort Myers and Cape Coral inventory combined. See dealer for details.
Taxes are complicated, an industry that can have monthly law changes. This year, so many refundable credits, like kids, up to $3,600 per child, or earned income credits, nearly $7,000. Daycare, you're looking at another $8,000. Don't forget to reconcile your advanced child care credits or your stimulus money. That's where EG Tax comes in, your low-cost, high-value, knowledgeable tax team. We're located in Airport Pulling Road in Naples. Call 239-262-2009 or click egtax.com.
Thank you for waking us all up out here, for all you do. And
thank you for giving us the voice.
For being out there helping to keep the constitutional republic. I want to thank you for
your support for veterans in the military.
Educating us.
Standing up for conservatism.
Giving us the truth.
Daybreak with Drew Steele.
Hey, good morning, Southwest Florida. Glad you're here. 239-479-5592. The talk and text line streaming live. DrewSteele.com, the website. Steele has 3 E's. We always appreciate you watching and subscribing to the podcast. Certainly a lot of audio from Jen Psaki that we have to get to in just a bit because it involves Florida. It involves not just because we don't see things in the headlines, that means they don't exist. You know, like the issues along our southern border. Of course, we are very concerned about what's happening along the border with Ukraine, and we're willing to send and have troops ready to go at a moment's notice. But when it comes to our southern border and some of the things that are going on, hey, why don't we have illegals coming into the country? We'll figure out all kinds of ways to get them in different places across the country because, you know, we have to do something about that. You know, the mass release of single adult migrants into small towns in Texas. Oh, and by the way, Miami's on the list, too. What? Wait. They're doing it again? Yeah, we're going to get to that coming up in just a second. I do want to remind everybody once again that in case you're living in the city of Naples, today is your day, that you've got early voting going on right now in the city of Naples election. It starts today, and you can cast your early ballots for the February 1st election. 5 candidates running for 3 different Naples City Council seats, so we keep an eye on that race. And just want to let you know that is happening today. Election season full bump underway. One of the things I forgot to mention earlier in the program is that we have a lot of things that we're going to be doing this year. We're talking about heading up to Tallahassee because we got a lot of issues that we want to keep an eye on. We've got Meet the Candidates events that we're going to be doing. We want to make sure that you personally have the opportunity. I can't stress this enough. We're going to have these Meet the Candidates events. We've done them each and every election cycle. And we want to make sure that we bring all the candidates together so you can vet them. Ask them the tough questions. Do not be afraid to ask questions. Do not be afraid to ask the tough questions. Don't be afraid to ask uncomfortable questions. Ask away. And we'll be there right alongside with you as well. So we've got a lot of events coming up that we're going to keep an eye on things because the talk of 22 being a big year for Republicans is nice, but you still have to deliver. It's sort of like assuming that Tom Brady is going to win his second championship with the Tampa Bay Bucks, and it's going to be that kind of great thing, and I can't wait for what that's going to be like. And boy, talk about a legacy until you find out that he doesn't win the game, because you still have to play the game. See how that you understand how that works. And as Nancy Pelosi would say, as she announced that she's going to be running for re-election,
take a punch or throw a punch for the children.
That's right. Do it for the kids. Throw punches for the kids, everybody. All right, that was just really weird, but funny, but expected because it's Nancy Pelosi. And just like the president of the United States, sometimes you say things that you're like, well, I wish I could take that back because I don't even know what that is. All right. Let's keep an eye on some of these stories like what we just mentioned, Jen Psaki. Okay. So we come to find out, reporting from the Fox News, Bill Malugin had the story and footage just to back it up. Because, it's always good to talk about stories that have to do with illegals crossing our southern border. It's even better when you have the footage of federal government getting together with these leased vehicles and mass releasing single adult migrants, almost all men, at a parking garage in Brownsville. And taxi cabs then called in for them, and they follow the taxis. They head to the Arlington airport, and they're going to be dropped off flights all across the country. And apparently, even Miami being a stop. Several of the migrants told Fox News that they crossed illegally in the morning, paying approximately $2,000 a person to cartel smugglers. And they also said they were flying to destinations including Houston, Atlanta, and Miami. Okay. I thought that wasn't happening. When the governor was complaining about this, remember it was Jacksonville at the time, and the concerns about people coming into the state, and this has to stop. No, that's not happening. As a matter of fact, Jen Psaki sounded really confused yesterday when Peter Juicy was like, "You got anything on this?" Or
why is it that large numbers of single adult men are being released into the United States just hours after being apprehended at the southern border?
Well, I'm not sure the specifics of what you're referring to, Peter.
All right, well, let me help you about the specifics. The Brownsville, Texas Office of Emergency Management has been conducting the migrant transfers using FEMA funding in order to facilitate, quote, the transfer of these migrants to their final destination by allowing them to use services to contact their families, NGOs, or a taxi cab. And, so they're heading off to a final destination. Oh, I see what it is. No. Let's get some more clarification from Jen Psaki, because you see, what it really is just... we know that they're here, and they're going to return when needed because, you got court-appointed dates. So it's not going to be a problem.
You mentioned that they're supposed to check in at a local ICE office, but we know that just between March and August, which is a very small sample size, DHS says more than 47,000 of these migrants that were given notices to report did not show up. So why let them into the U.S. unsupervised in the first place?
Well, again, we have a stringent protocols and processes that we implement here. That includes expelling individuals who come in under Title 42, given we are still in a global pandemic, and includes those who do not show up.
Whoa. We have stringent Title 42. We have, how did she describe it? Hold on. I just caught that. This is, wait, hold on. Say that again.
Notices.
Yeah, no. Here it is. Okay, here we go.
Well, again, we have a stringent protocols and processes that we implement here. That includes expelling individuals who come in under Title 42, given we are still in a global pandemic.
Okay, Title 42, because we're still in a pandemic, so they're here in the country. So, again, if we are in a pandemic, and we got to be careful because we don't want the spread of COVID, and we know how we have to have everybody vaccinated because we know if you're vaccinated, you're not going to get the vid. So it's very important. Well, they said that in the past, but of course now we know what it is, and it works more like a drug, like a therapy, than it does necessarily a vaccine as it's been described. But here's an idea. How about we lock down the southern border so people do not come into the country so that if they're not vaccinated, which I'm assuming that they're not vaccinated, that we don't have the issue of them being in the country and then spreading the vid before we finally find them and have this stringent kicking them out of the country if they're here illegally policy. Really? They're already in the country. How does that work? Again, can't explain, no answer. About 50,000 illegals released between March and August. They're in the United States. They've disappeared. That's the issue. Again, it's this thing that, it's not happening because we tell you there's nothing to see here. Move along. It's like CRT, critical race theory. There's nothing to see here. You've got to stop fighting about this. You got to stop going to school board meetings about this. It doesn't exist. There's nothing happening like that. Now, when we say things like, well, hold on a second, maybe you don't have a curriculum on critical race theory, although there are some districts around the country that do, but we don't want to get into those. We just want to talk about here in Southwest Florida. Diversity, equity, inclusion. Hey, is that being taught in schools? Is that being discussed? If you're hiring on a new superintendent of schools for Lee County, hey, is that part of what what you want to know, what they're going to do about diversity, equity, inclusion? Is part of what you want them to know or know about when it comes to their philosophy, their ideology? Does it have to do with socio-emotional learning? Does it have to do with diversity, equity, inclusion, social justice? Does it have to do with the teaching of critical race theory in that it's part of the way they're teaching our kids? I'm just asking the question because there are many people that are concerned about it. And you're saying that critical race theory doesn't exist or it's not happening here until you finally said, oh, well, it is. And you can't be a world-class school district unless you're teaching critical race theory. And then, of course, if you're against critical race theory, then that means that you don't want to teach our kids our racial divide and our past in this country. And you're just trying to avoid that, which is like ridiculous. I'll just say it. Of course, we want everybody to be taught the truth, the good, bad, and the ugly about the United States. That's a lie, what you're saying. That is the way that you're trying to fight back against what you're trying to do, which even the governor in Virginia realizes. He set up a special tip line for parents to report schools that are teaching their kids divisive critical race theory.
We have set up a particular email address for parents to send us any instances where they feel that their fundamental rights are being violated, where their children are not being respected, where there are inherently divisive practices in their schools. And we're asking for input right from parents to make sure that we can go right to the source.
How about that? I don't know what the music was behind it. It was kind of weird. But anyway, yeah, so there's the help education email address that he talked about. It's going to help enforce the first executive directive in the office of the governor there in Virginia, banning the teaching method of critical race theory and getting that input. He noted reports that a Fairfax County high school lesson plan included playing privilege bingo, where children who are white, Christian, male, and from military families are all deemed privileged. Hey, is that happening in some degree in Southwest Florida? Have you heard about anything like that? Again, this is why I've said House Bill 1055 that State Representative Bob Rommel has put out there in the legislature in Tallahassee, having cameras and microphones in schools, to me, is important, and it's time. I don't need the kids being distracted in their classroom by pulling out a cell phone every time that they realize that something's going on in the lesson right now that is really bad when it comes to critical race theory or social justice or diversity, equity, inclusion, or privilege walks or privilege bingo or all of these things that teachers are using to teach, quote unquote, critical race theory. I know I put the quotes in there for you, the lefties out there listening. You get the idea of how this works? I don't want the kids to be distracted and have to pull out a phone in the middle of a class or try to sneak it or do something like that. They should be learning. So you see it all the time. I mean, even when it comes to masking, I brought this story up yesterday, Jake. Remember when I said this, that there is a school right now in the country that has decided that they were going to separate kids that were masked and unmasked. And some of the kids were pulling out phones to say, well, wait a minute, I don't understand. The kids that have masks on, they get more time during lunch than we do unmasked, and you're separating us by our masks now and wearing and not wearing? Is that...
20 minutes to sit and talk for lunch, and then we go back to tables. Okay? No. 15 minutes.
Other kids get regular kids get a 30-minute lunch. Why do we get 15 minutes?
Because you...
I'm just asking.
Unmasked 15, you took report.
They're unmasked for 30 minutes.
Don't want to have to quarantine everybody.
Yeah, so the kids are like, well, hold on a second. What's going on here? Why are we being separated this way? Some of them are being forced to spend the entire school day in an auditorium or boxed in with plexiglass because they're not wearing them. No, I'm not kidding.
This is the auditorium where my son has been seated.
Rachel Kulak shows us where her son Andrew spent his Monday. Inside this auditorium at Henrico's Deep Run High School without his face mask and the majority of his classmates.
So to hear that he's been corralled into the auditorium, separated, segregated from his classmates, for exercising his right to not wear a mask in this environment is frustrating and it's upsetting.
January 24th, the day Governor Youngkin's Executive Order Number 2 went into effect, empowering parents like Kulak and Tanya Peak to make decisions on whether their children wear a mask in school.
He was pretty happy to claim a little bit of his rights back.
Peak's freshman Nathaniel walked into Clover Hill High School without a mask and said when he wouldn't accept one, he was handed plexiglass.
Plexiglass. They stick you in a plexiglass box, everybody. Here's the plexiglass you got to put around you because you're not wearing a mask because, you know, the vid doesn't go around plexiglass. I mean, plexiglass is, you can't even imagine how that keeps out the vid. Why aren't we all wearing plexiglass? Why aren't we all walking around? I mean, if that works so well, why aren't we doing that as we're walking into supermarkets and going to big sporting events? Why don't they, instead of handing out masks, why don't they hand out plexiglass if you go into the Super Bowl? Look, I bring it up because, yeah, this is Henrico, Virginia, but it is schools, school boards, and people in a state who hear the governor of the state saying, executive order, listen, you've got the choice, mask, unmask, it's up to you, but everybody has to be treated equally when it comes to this, but there's no mandates, thumbing their nose up at the governor and saying, yeah, we're not doing it. How many people in the state of Florida feel the same way? How many people on school boards or if you're talking about across the state in some county commissions or mayors in certain cities in the state of Florida are doing the same exact thing, thumbing their nose? And how many people here in Southwest Florida thumbing their nose because they hate the governor? They just absolutely hate him. I mean, according to Nikki Fried, he's like Hitler. Can't have that guy in office. Again, that's why this is important. Not only the fact that we're being told that none of these things are happening, and they're never going to happen in Southwest Florida until you're like, well, wait a minute. A transgender is a bathroom issue here in Southwest Florida? Wait a minute. We're not allowed to talk to you about the teaching of our children and critical race theory? And hold on a second. All of a sudden, it becomes very real. And even to that degree, the idea that you would never have people, let's just say, when it comes to the vid, we would never be in a society where people would be denied life-saving, not only life-saving therapies like we're coming to find are happening here in the state of Florida, thanks to this administration, because, monoclonal antibodies, that's yesterday's drug. You don't need anything like that now because it doesn't work against Omicron. Really? Can we see the evidence of that? Because the last time I checked, it wasn't peer-reviewed what you're doing, White House, in denying us the ability to have that. But to think that people would be denied medical treatments because they're not vaxxed up, that's not happening, right?
A man badly in need of a heart, but doctors will not give him one because he's not vaccinated.
Yep. It's happening.
David Ferguson is speaking out passionately on behalf of his son, DJ. He says the 31-year-old is fighting for his life at Brigham and Women's Hospital and in desperate need of a heart transplant.
His heart has now deteriorated so much to the point where it won't work on its own.
The family says he was at the front of the line to receive a transplant, but because he has not received his COVID-19 vaccination, he is no longer eligible according to the hospital policy. And Ferguson says his son refuses to get the shot.
How have we come to this place? How have we come to the place where now someone so close to getting a life-saving heart transplant is going to be denied because they're not vaxxed? It's surreal. A lot of this is. And ask yourself, honestly, politically speaking, who are these individuals who think that this is a positive, that think this is a good idea, that thinks that teaching our kids critical race theory, like to divide ourselves by race, that like diversity, equity, and inclusion and privilege bingo. Like, who's agreeing with it? Who thinks this is a positive? Again, I truly in my heart believe that it is the minority of voices that are speaking for the majority, and the majority is speaking back. And that's why the elections in 2022 will be what we assume they will be because people have had enough in a lot of different ways. 239-479-5592, the talk and text line, streaming live, drewsteele.com, the website, Steele as 3 E's. We appreciate you watching, subscribing to the podcast. It's Daybreak 92.5, Fox News, right all along.
The news you need, the host you trust, getting it right all day and all night. 92.5 Fox News, right all along.
As a small business owner, your bottom line is always top of mind. So start saving by switching to Comcast Business Mobile. It's a mobile service designed for small business that can save you money with unlimited data for just $24 per line per month for 10 lines. Perfect for any small business looking to grow. Or you can pay by the gig. And with access to millions of Wi-Fi hotspots, you'll pay only for the data you need, with no line fees, activation costs, or term contracts. You can save up to $500 a year on your wireless bill, all on the most reliable nationwide network with 5G included. And it's only available to Comcast Business Internet customers. So boost your business's bottom line with a more reliable, more affordable mobile service by switching to Comcast Business Mobile today. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Restrictions apply. Taxes and fees extra. Most reliable based on RootMetrics US report. Results vary. Not an endorsement. Compares pricing of top carriers. Comcast Business Internet required. Reduced speeds after 20 gigabytes of usage.
That's you, looking at your garage door. Seriously? We get as far as the door and you're already disappointed? Squeaks like crazy, jams up half the time, grumpy old motor and chain and tracks. But hey, look on the bright side, it's also ugly. You know we make them better now, right? Like everything else in your house? You got a new car and a big new TV, a new smartwatch that talks to your new smartphone. But your garage door, oh, you just let that cranky old thing keep beating itself to death every single morning. At Mo Better Garage, we make that way mo better. Modern DC motors that are way quieter than that squeaky old AC motor that can barely do its one job. Quiet belt drives instead of that clanky old chain. Your garage can be something you're actually proud of. Like, hey, check out my new garage. How do I know? Because I'm Mo. Call Mo Better Garage and we'll come over and make it right. I promise, I won't answer the phone myself.
Mo Better Garage, we make it way more better.
MoBetterGarage.com.
You really want to go through another year with that awful joint pain? Listen, don't do it. Resolve right now to get yourself moving again for 2022. Hey, it's Drew Steele. It's time to call QC Kinetics. Non-surgical regenerative treatments for joint pain. We're talking lasting results using natural biologics. No surgery, no pain meds, no steroids, and no downtime. This is really exciting stuff. Regenerative, restorative treatments that actually encourage your body to heal itself using highly concentrated natural biologics. Patients rave about it for hip pain relief, knee pain relief, shoulder and back pain relief. Look, don't let them keep giving you steroids. And don't let them tell you surgery is your only option. Get a free second opinion at QC Kinetics. Do it now. And imagine life in 22 without pain. Call the local medical professionals at QC Kinetics now. 239-893-PAIN. 239-893-PAIN. 239-893-PAIN.
Hi, I'm Soren Christensen with Advanced Wealth Advisors. Are you worried about higher taxes now and in the future? Are you looking for opportunities to reduce your taxes and increase your income? I'm a certified financial planner professional with training in investment, retirement, and tax planning. I'll work with you to ensure your financial plan is maximizing all tax reduction opportunities. Visit awadvisors.com to request a consultation and to see the Advanced Wealth Advisors difference. That's awadvisors.com.
It's time for the Lovers Key Boat Show Market and Seafood Fest. Boats, arts and crafts, seafood, and a new bistro-style beer garden. Our dog-friendly show is this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday from 9 to 5. Parking's free, the beer's cold, and the seafood's fresh. Get your tickets online or at the door. Get out of the house. Come on out into the sunshine. Support your local charities. LoversKeyNauticalMarket.com.
Lace up those running shoes, Southwest Florida. The Busey Bank Family Run for Prevention is January 29th at JC Park in Cape Coral. Visit runsignup.com and search Busey Bank to enter. Long sleeve shirt included with $25 registration fee. Runsignup.com and search Busey Bank. Proceeds support Drug House Odyssey and local SAD clubs. The Busey Bank Family Run for Prevention, January 29th at JC Park in Cape Coral. Sponsored by AluFab USA, Lee Health, U.S. Sugar, and Park Royal Behavior behavioral health.
There's too many. Way too many. Way too many vehicles. Sutherland Nissan Fort Myers and Sutherland Cape Coral have a problem with too many used cars on the lot. In fact, it's more used and certified pre-owned vehicles than we've ever had. Ever. Our problem is your solution, as Sutherland Nissan is heavily lowering prices on our massive inventory. That means lower payments too. Shop pre-owned Hondas, Nissans, Toyotas, Chevys, Fords, trucks, SUVs, vans, even hard-to-find models. We've got them all and then some. As Florida's #1 certified pre-owned dealer, it's never been easier to buy the car you wanted, your budget. All excess inventory, sales, discounts, and offers end January 31st. Hurry to Sutherland Nissan Fort Myers and Sutherland Nissan Cape Coral, your used car megastore, online at flnissan.com. If you don't shop Sutherland, you'll pay too much.
Sutherland Nissan Fort Myers and Cape Coral inventory combined. See dealer for details.
This update is presented by Stevie Tomatoes Sports Page in Fort Myers, Cape Coral, and Naples.
Wink News, traffic.
State Road 82 now opening back up, but we're still dealing with major westbound delays along that stretch of 82 heading toward Gunnery Road and Daniels Parkway because of a crash that is now getting cleared up. Otherwise, seeing slowdowns on 23rd Street Southwest westbound heading over toward Gunnery Road from Sunshine Boulevard. Lee Boulevard not too bad, but just north of Lee, right near Lehigh Senior High, Varsity Lakes Middle School, we have a crash on Gunnery Road North at Varsity Lakes Drive off of 14th Street West. So seeing some roadblock there, no injuries reported. Also heading through Collier County, looking like we have some backups along 41 and 75, heading down to Pine Ridge Road and through Vanderbilt Beach Road, but also dealing with slowdowns in Bonita Springs on Imperial Parkway because of an earlier crash blocking southbound traffic toward South Terry Street. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Keep the umbrella handy for today. We'll continue on with scattered areas of rain and even some thunderstorms as we head throughout this morning and into this afternoon. Temperatures reaching near 74 degrees for today, with winds eventually shifting back to the northeast later today at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Rain chances start to taper off as we head into your Wednesday night. Thursday could still feature a stray shower across the area with a low near 59 degrees. 77 for tomorrow's high, a mix of sun and clouds. As we head into your Friday, more isolated return specifically for Friday night with the next passage of our cold front. That is going to lead to a much cooler weekend ahead Saturday and Sunday with sunshine returning. Highs will only be topping off in the lower 60s. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
When listening to the radio in your car, remember to always drive on the right side of the road. Keep it here on 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Hey, it's Big Al from Stevie Tomatoes. I'm inviting you to visit our just opened new location in Fort Myers on Colonial Boulevard by Winkler Avenue. We've relocated from Daniels and I-75. It's the ultimate sports bar with TV stacked to a high ceiling, huge indoor seating area, and large outdoor porch. And still the best food in town. Enjoy the area's best ribs, burgers, chicken wings, and Chicago-style deep dish pizza. Stevie Tomatoes isn't just a sports bar. We're striving to be the sports bar in Naples, Cape Coral, and now on Colonial Boulevard by Winkler Avenue in Fort Myers. Stevie Tomatoes. Come for the food, stay for the sports, and fun. Just come, come, come.
Stevie Tomatoes, sports page. Come for the food, stay for the sports.
Sales desk, Marty speaking.
Marty, it's all about you in 2022.
About me?
Well, not you per se, but car shoppers who want a great deal from Victory Lane Chevrolet.
They can get a deal here.
Okay, can they get 1.9% for 72 months on new and used?
No, they can't.
So you can't deal like Victory Lane?
I guess not.
Can you deal an additional $1,000 off new Chevys with a trade-in?
No.
Sounds like you can't deal with anything, Marty.
You know what I can't deal with? Your voice.
Marty can't deal. Start the new year in a new ride from Victory Lane Chevrolet. Get 1.9 APR for 72 months on all new and used vehicles in stock. Plus an additional $1,000 off any new Chevy in stock when you trade in your vehicle. Plus our goal of 100% credit approval. Victory Lane Chevrolet on the corner of Fowler and Winkler. Find new roads. Online, VictoryLaneChevrolet.com. All offers on in-stock vehicles with approved credit. Offers cannot combine. See dealer for details at 13122.
Manufactured in the USA, Plantation Shutters for You is your best choice for plantation shutters. Custom measured and installed just for you. Built to last forever. Call today for a free consultation. Discounts for all military and first responders. Also, if you support Biden, don't blink and call us. PlantationShuttersForYou.com.
Taxes are complicated. An industry that can have monthly law changes. This year, so many refundable credits, like kids, up to $3,600 per child, or earned income credits, nearly $7,000. Daycare, you're looking at another $8,000. Don't forget to reconcile your advanced child care credits or your stimulus money. That's where EG Tax comes in, your low-cost, high-value, knowledgeable tax team. We're located in Airport Pulling Road in Naples. Call 239-262-2009 or click egtax.com.
Let's roll, America. Get $5,000 over the KBB.com value for your trade-in during Naples Nissan's Let's Roll America sales event. Hey, Southwest Florida, Aaron Walker here. Come roll with us at Naples Nissan and get $5,000 over the KBB.com value for your trade-in, whether it runs or not. Push, pull, or drag it in if you have to. Choose from over 200 new Nissan models in stock, ready to drive home, and all backed by Naples Nissan's exclusive unlimited mile lifetime warranty. Get $5,000 over the KBB.com value for your trade-in and get rolling in a brand new 2022 Nissan today. Don't miss the Let's Roll America sales event only at Naples Nissan on Pine Ridge Road. That's exit 107 off I-75 or naplesnissan.com. Offers on select models with approved credit and cannot be combined. Visit naplesnissan.com for full details.
Trust. It's the rock-solid foundation of Moran Wealth Management. Over 40 years ago, they began advising clients on ways to help meet their financial goals. 4 decades later, we've helped many reach their goals of providing for themselves, their families, and future generations. CEO Tom Moran has assembled an impressive team of professionals, each committed to the same core concept. Tom is recognized by Barron's as a Hall of Fame advisor. To be named a Hall of Fame advisor, the advisor has to have been ranked by Barron's consecutively for the last 10 years in any of their rankings. Let us earn your trust. Call 239-920-4440 or visit moranwm.com. Barron's rankings are based on data provided by thousands of advisors. Factors included in the rankings were assets under management, revenue produced for the firm, regulatory record, length of service, quality of practice, and client retention. Investment products and services are offered through Wells Fargo Advisors Financial Network, LLC, WFAFN, member SIPC. Moran Wealth Management is a separate entity from WFAFN.
Have lunch with Clay and Buck at noon, right after Glenn Beck at 9. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
All right, here we go. Time for the top 5 audio clips of the day. This is the 5 at 8:35.
Drew's Top 5 at 8:35 is brought to you by Moran Wealth Management. Isn't it time to review your portfolio options? Go to moranwm.com.
5 at 8:35. Number 5.
I think we should apologize to the American people.
I don't think he should apologize to the Americans.
Why did Trump apologize? No, but
for calling Kim Acosta a rude, terrible person.
No,
Abby Phillips questions are stupid, etc.
Even Cecilia Vega, he said you never think.
But I think what
Nisha's saying is because it's wrong. It
I mean that I was a poor example
to
Ducey on the phone, but I just think he should acknowledge that he was a poor example for...
Well, but no, I'm sorry. Yeah. He should acknowledge he's human, because that happens sometimes when people ask you endless stupid questions from one particular place. And sometimes you just lose it for a second.
Okay. There's Lisa Ling is like a guest on The View, and she's like, I think the president should apologize for calling Peter Ducey from Fox News an SOB, a stupid SOB. And they're all attacking her like, no, you can't do that. No, you can't do that. And then, of course, there is Whoopi Goldberg, who wants to tell everybody that, listen, it's just an accident. I mean, it's just him being human. He doesn't do this on a regular basis. That's not his MO.
Ask the right questions.
What a stupid son of a bitch.
Come on, man. That's like saying before you got in this program, if you take a test where you're taking cocaine or not, what do you think, huh? Are you a junkie?
What do you say?
Well, he may have done that a couple of times. Moving on.
Number 4.
So the president has nothing on his schedule today aside from the PDB. Can you shed any light on how he's spending his day?
Well, let's see. This morning, I think he had some policy meetings, also a PDB meeting. He later this afternoon, I think, is doing some remarks review. There are some days that we spend some time doing internal meetings and discussions with policy experts, with policy leaders, and that's what's happening today.
No. She just told you he only had a PDB on the schedule. There was one thing on the schedule. That's it. What is he doing for the rest of the day that he's calling a lid, basically shutting it all down at 3 p.m.? And she's like, oh, well, he's got all kinds. He's doing all these things. And then typically he doesn't. No. He stopped at a Honey Maid store, like a clothing store, and he got himself some ice cream and then had a big photo op showing him with the ice cream. Not that anything else is going on globally or Ukraine or anything like that in the southern border and issues of inflation and COVID. Everything's fine. Move along, okay?
Number 3. A man badly in need of a heart, but doctors will not give him one because he's not vaccinated.
This can't be happening, but yes, it is true that a 31-year-old man, father of 2 kids with another on the way, being denied the opportunity for a heart transplant because he refuses to be vaccinated. And just to let you know, if you think or if you believe that this is something that there's no politics at play here, nothing about, well, really? Why is Occupy Democrats putting out a tweet saying a 31-year-old father denied a heart transplant for refusing to get vaxxed? And they're saying, retweet if you support the hospital making the tough call. I thought this wasn't political. Why is Occupy Democrats saying they want retweets to support the hospital for making the call on denying somebody the chance for a heart transplant because they're not getting vaccinated? That's not political. Moving on.
Number 2.
What's that fighting back look like, Governor?
Well, Mike, I don't know if I'm supposed to call you Mike or some SOB. How does it work now? What's the, no, Mike, I like that better.
That is the governor of the state of Florida, Ron DeSantis, yesterday when being asked about getting tough against this administration. And I'll play audio as to what he was talking about getting tough with this administration. And he said, listen, I don't know if I should call you an SOB or whatever, making light of what the president did against Peter Doocy. But there's more to that story. We'll play some audio coming up.
Number 1.
When people ask me what are the 3 most important issues facing the Congress, I always say the same thing. Our children, our children, our children. Their health, their education, the housing and economic security of their families, a clean, safe environment in which they can thrive, and a world at peace and where they are all welcome and in which they can reach their fulfillment. That is my why I am in Congress, for the children. This is my story, and this is my song. As you hear me say, when you're in the arena, you have to be able to take a punch or throw a punch for the children.
It's for the children. Don't forget, everybody, you gotta
take a punch or throw a punch for the children.
Throw a punch for the children. That is just part of the announcement Nancy Pelosi made yesterday. She's running for re-election. Hey, why not?
Drew's 5 at 8:35.
I mean, listen, I can't leave because the Democrats are going to be a hot mess. She's going to do her best to try to, I don't know what, to try to convince the American people or have a plan to try to do something to convince the American people that everything's fine. Keep us here, keep us in power, and everybody sees what the writing on the wall is, and the numbers are just absolutely awful when it comes to where Democrats stand right now and what the American people think. So she can't leave. How could she possibly go anyplace? She's got to be there to, do what she usually does. It's she just, I guess. Anyway. All right. On Ron DeSantis, let's remember why he was so upset yesterday. And how, again, here you have the administration who is talking about denying Florida the opportunity to have life-saving drugs like monoclonal antibodies because somehow they believe that they're not necessary.
We've approached COVID treatments like filling a medicine cabinet. We're not relying on one type, one brand, or treatment. We invested in and continue to buy a variety across monoclonal antibodies, pre-exposure prevention therapies, and oral antivirals.
Yeah, not all oral. I mean, ivermectin and hydrochloroquine. Oh, we're not talking about those, but other things,
We have provided 71,000 doses of antivirals to Florida, including 34,000 additional treatments that do work against Omicron.
Okay, so she's trying to make the case that we're crazy. The governor's crazy for saying this, right?
What's your response to Governor DeSantis? And what's your message to the people of Florida?
Denying the state of Florida, again, monoclonal antibodies.
Well, let's just take a step back here just to realize how crazy this is.
This is crazy, right? So the governor's like, you do realize that this is crazy to do this. They're trying to cite science and data that suggests that monoclonal antibodies don't work against Omicron and that there's no reason for us to have it. There are many questions like, is Delta completely gone? And are you really sure that it doesn't work? Because the governor made clear what they're doing and what evidence they have that we don't need it anymore. Did you hear this from yesterday?
Early this morning, thousands of Floridians woke up to news that their appointments to get treatment for COVID-19 infection were canceled by the Biden administration, which outright revoked authorization for two very popular monoclonal antibody treatments that the state of Florida really pioneered over the summer and that we've worked hard to make available to our residents who needed treatment. Mind you, the people that seek this treatment are overwhelmingly people that have been vaccinated, but yet they're still infected and many of them are high risk. Now they are relying on revoking this and pulling the rug out from under people on a single, non-peer-reviewed, non-clinical study.
Wait.
It was actually
Wait. A what?
On a single, non-peer-reviewed, non-clinical study that was actually done by a consultant for a rival company to the other two monoclonal antibody treatments. This is not based on a clinical trial. This is not even peer-reviewed.
So it's not peer-reviewed. It's not based on a clinical trial. But Jen Psaki knows best because when she leaves the podium, when she's doing these pressers, she actually puts on the white coat because she's got to get to the hospital because there's a lot of lives to save. I'm like, are you serious? But yes, politics isn't everything. And it's been in COVID, and it continues to be. And good for the governor for calling it out. And not only calling it out, but stating exactly the reasons why this is happening. It's important to do that. I mean, there are so many stories like this that we're not going to get the chance to dig into and hear about of reasons why Nancy Pelosi needs to stay in office because of the disaster that is the Democrat Party, because Americans are starting to see tangibly the things that are so destructive about Democrats and the things that they are trying to do and the things that they've tried to do in the past. Like, for example, Russia collusion hoaxes. We come to find out this morning that according to Catherine Herridge at CBS, that the Durham filing yesterday, looking into some of the issues that are going on with regard to the investigation as it still continues, that his team learned for the first time this month, after how many years, that the Office of the Inspector General had two cell phones, two of them, for former FBI General Counsel, who is the central witness in the Sussman case. The government has been working diligently to review their content. So did the FBI obstruct justice? Like, did they all this time say, yeah, here's the information you're looking for, Durham, here's the cell phones that we have, there's only one. And meanwhile, there were two? And we're supposed to trust that everything's on the up and up when you tell us from this administration and the history that we have with trying to get duly elected presidents out of office. But there's nothing to see here. Everything is fine. Move along. I mean, some of the headlines this morning are just 12 major U.S. cities hit an all-time high for crime in 21, according to ABC News. Every single one of them, Democrat run. Even the ones in Republican states. Again, Lauren Boebert putting this out, an indictment, certainly an indictment on Democrats. Job recovery. Red states lead the job recovery of this country. 16 of the top 20 Republican governors. 16 of the top 20 states that are saving the nation right now when it comes to recovered jobs are Republicans. People see this. This is real. But these are the things that Democrats want to continue to hide. We come to find out just a little while ago, Just the News is reporting and many others are reporting, that apparently there are some Afghan refugees that have been convicted now of sexually assaulting a 3-year-old girl. We were told that everybody was vetted. And we're hearing this now. Shocking? You better believe it is. Oh, and one humorous story before we leave this morning. Remember yesterday we talked about Neil Young and how Neil Young is saying, we got to get Joe Rogan off the air. And if you don't get him off the air, then I want none of my music played on Spotify, right? Joe Rogan, a podcaster. And even I was talking to Jake the Millennial yesterday about Neil Young. And when I asked you who Neil Young was, did you say Neil who? Or were you familiar with any Neil Young music at all? And Neil Young's like, I forget it. Is he in his 80s, 78 or something?
Leftist guy, yeah.
Yeah, leftist guy, but he doesn't know. It's okay. You want to hear something funny? We just found out this morning. He sold all the rights to his publishing, his music, in the beginning of the year.
So he has no say.
He has no say in it. Don't play the music that I just sold all the publishing to. That is quite the stand. Oh, man. Leftists are so hilarious. Look, this is who they are. It's like you're a joke. Sorry. Some of you are nice. Just misguided. The rest of you are a joke. That's pretty funny. You didn't hear... That's a pretty relevant fact in this fight. Stop playing my music. But of course, I don't have any say in it because they sold the rights to it about 3 weeks ago. Awesome. All right. Do I have time to... No, I don't have a minute, do I? Do I have a minute? I don't. No, I don't. All right. I played that Jordan Peterson audio from his podcast. It really is just amazing talking about the cancel culture and everything that's going on. And what Jordan Peterson said, the clinical psychologist and best-selling author, is man, we need to laugh a little bit more. We were talking about comedy and how the cancel culture and the woke has come after comedy, and we can't laugh and we can't have fun together. And this idea of canceling comedy, and he just made the great point that is the equalizer. That's how we get rid of woke totalitarianism, is to just be able to laugh, because you can't be angry when you're laughing. Your muscles just change. It's something really important. I wish I could play that clip, but we got to go. All right. It's Daybreak 92.5, Fox News. Maybe we'll play it tomorrow. Glenn Beck is next. Casey Sherman is right now with our forecast.
Scattered rain and even some thunderstorms continue as we head throughout your Wednesday, especially for the first half of the day. Temperatures will be in the middle 70s for this afternoon. As we head into tonight, things will start to wind down. Thursday featuring a chance for a stray shower with a low near 59, waking up 77 for our high, and we see our next front move through for Friday night. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
Whether you're commuting to the office or driving to the beach, always stay to the right with 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Sales desk, Marty speaking.
Marty, it's all about you in 2022.
About me?
Well, not you per se, but car shoppers who want a great deal from Victory Lane Chevrolet.
They can get a deal here.
Okay, can they get 1.9% for 72 months on new and used?
No, they can't.
So you can't deal like Victory Lane?
I guess not.
Can you deal an additional $1,000 off new Chevys with a trade-in?
No.
Sounds like you can't deal with anything, Marty.
You know what I can't deal with? Your voice.
Marty can't deal. Start the new year in a new ride from Victory Lane Chevrolet. Get 1.9 APR for 72 months on all new and used vehicles in stock. Plus an additional $1,000 off any new Chevy in stock when you trade in your vehicle. Plus our goal of 100% credit approval. Victory Lane Chevrolet on the corner of Fowler and Winkler. Find new roads. Online, victorylanechevrolet.com. All offers on in-stock vehicles with approved credit. Offers cannot combine. See dealer for details at 131.22.
Hey, it's Drew Steele. We're on the phone with our good friend TJ Meister, owner of the Floor Meisters in Naples. And listen, TJ, we know that when you're calling, something big is going on, something special is happening at Floor Meisters. Tell us a little bit about what's going on with the almost 1 million square feet of CoreTech inventory on hand. Talk about that.
Yes, I have the biggest selection in Southwest Florida, and I also probably have the biggest stock of CoreTech. Got almost 1 million square feet. I'm ordering it every day to keep up with demand and to make sure it's here, ready to go when you need it. I've got trucks rolling in every day. I'm buying for 3 to 4 to 5 months out to make sure you've got it. If you got a contractor who needs some floor and they can't get it, come see me. We probably have it here.
So when it comes to CoreTech, listen, you know where to go. The selection's unbelievable at Floormeisters. And if you're a homeowner, contractor, installer, and you can't find what you're looking for, now's the time to visit their store at 6281 Naples Boulevard next to Costco or online at floormeisters.com.
It's time for the Lovers Key Boat Show Market and Seafood Fest. Boats, arts and crafts, seafood, and a new bistro-style beer garden. Our dog-friendly show is this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday from 9 to 5. Parking's free, the beer's cold, and the seafood's fresh. Get your tickets online or at the door. Get out of the house. Come on out into the sunshine. Support your local charities. LoversKeyNauticalMarket.com.
It's a new year and a great time to upgrade your cabinets. You want Sinclair quality. You want Sinclair craftsmanship. You want Sinclair cabinets. Sinclair Custom Homes now offers their handmade, built in the USA custom cabinets without having to purchase a Sinclair custom home. You can now have the same high-quality furniture finished cabinets in your existing home. Upgrade your kitchen, your bath, your closets, even your garage. For details, visit SinclairCabinets.com. That's SinclairCabinets.com.
Women frequently find themselves at the forefront during life's most challenging times, such as divorce or the loss of a loved one. Making wise, long-term decisions can feel intimidating. At FindMark, we educate women and their partners on managing their financial affairs together. Wise decision-making is essential. We can help. With locations in Naples, Fort Myers, Bonita Springs, and Estero, and online at findmarkbank.com.
Hey, it's Drew Steele. Had a chance to visit A Locksmith, their showroom in North Naples. And Andrew is the owner. He is a fantastic guy. Get a chance to talk to him. He's a former police officer and an expert on home security. Maybe you have some needs like a safe, a Liberty safe. They are the only Liberty safe dealer in Collier County. And I don't know if you know, but A Locksmith is the oldest locksmith in Collier County and comes with a stellar reputation for professional quality and service. Their staff licensed, bonded, and insured and available. And 100% satisfaction is always guaranteed. Their employees are great. No contractors. They have all their employees there, and they are always professional, on time, serving Collier and Southern Lee counties. So if you're looking for your next Liberty safe, you want to go to A Locksmith. They have 2 Naples showroom, one in North Naples, across from Mercado, and one in the city of Naples, just north of Mooring Line Drive on US 41. Or if you want to find out more, visit alocksmithnaples.com.
The new year means new opportunity to save money on your insurance.
Hi, this is Brian Chapman at Chapman Insurance Group. Now is the perfect time to take a look at your plans for the year ahead. If you're considering a move, getting a new car, have new drivers hitting the road, or just want to reevaluate your coverage and costs, give us an opportunity to quote your home, auto, business, or flood policy. At Chapman Insurance Group, we can save you money for the same or better coverage.
Visit CIGFlorida.com or call an office near you today. Naples, Fort Myers, Cape Coral, Port Charlotte, and Punta Gorda.
You can't go wrong when you're getting it right. 92.5 WFSX Estero. Fox News. Right all along. There's a reason they call tasteless, stale food leftovers. Feed your brain the right way. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
This news update is presented by Forum Chiropractic and Dr. Amy Robbins.
Hey guys, Dr. Amy here, your favorite chiropractor. We're back for your daily dose of Did You Know Chiropractic can help with that. And today we're going to talk about hormones. Lots of people are dealing with hormone issues. The fact that they're not balanced, maybe you have low testosterone, you have estrogen issues, you have weight loss issues, you have libido issues, and chiropractic actually can help rebalance your hormones. How does that happen? When we talk about hormone imbalance, a lot of times it's a difference between your sympathetic fight or flight part of your nervous system and your parasympathetic rest and digest part of your nervous system. And when you get adjusted, that actually helps rebalance your fight or flight with your rest and digest. And when you have hormone issues, again, usually it's because your fight or flight is out of sync with your rest and digest. By getting adjusted, you can rebalance those. If that's you, call us at 239-628-4899. And always remember, your power is on.
Did you know there's a cure for the common storm shutter?